All right, we're here. I have no idea how anything's gonna sound. Um, but we've got map bans. Um, okay, they banned the boring ones. Um, so they banned Alterac. Gen M banned Alterac and Cursed Hollow. Okay, I have nothing against Cursed Hollow. And then Start Slow banned Battlefield and Sky Temple. Again, nothing against Battlefield. Oh, I forgot I'm gonna have to do the camera too. It's season 20. Cool. How did your season 20 go? Fancy, this fancy guy in the playoffs. Mine's over. Um, it came down to a nail biter. If we'd won our last series, we would have been the eighth seed, and we would have been playing that team all over again. We did not win. We had some good moments. We had some lively moments in our death rows. Um, and then one of our players disconnected, and we lost everything. It was a ton of fun. We do. How have these teams done this season? It seemed like Gen M started pretty hot. Yeah. No, it doesn't. I think there was a time, I was in this division, so I should know this. There was a time when Gen M was first team. I think Start Slow also spent some time at the top of the lineup. Can't hear the other mic. Now, is that something that I've done wrong? So I don't know enough about OBS to this would be in um okay, what is my audio picking up? My audio should be picking up. Oh yeah, if I'm talking to someone they can't hear you. That's great. I sound so cool right now then. um all right, we are we are getting into draft. Um it's not, and I don't really know what to do about that. That's perfect. I've got my angel on my shoulder. I'll be the devil on my own shoulder. Um, this is going so smoothly. Um, I'm gonna try and get this figured out between games. All right, we're getting into game one. Tomb of the Spider Queen. First ban coming out from the side of Start Slow is going to be Dahaka. Gen M plays it a lot. Gen M plays it in a lot of positions. So it's kind of fun to see it banned. And they're going to ban Junkrat. I think that's another one that has been banned against Start Slow a lot. I think it's been played by Shadow Droid a good amount this season, or maybe hasn't been played a lot this season because it's been banned so much. Kind of two top tier picks. You see them a lot, so I'm happy to see them gone. I want to see some interesting stuff. I didn't come here to watch a boring game, and neither did anyone here. Goku says that's true. We also see a Rhaegar ban. We also see a Rhaegar ban. Rhaegar is one that's played by Patience a lot. I think when I think Patience, I think Rhaegar, Brightwing, Stukov. And so seeing Rhaegar thrown out makes a lot of sense. We'll see if he wants to lean on those other two picks. And Imperious is the other one. Don't necessarily expect that a ton. I think it's kind of favored by Start Slow. I think it's favored by two of their players. So seeing it kicked out makes a good amount of sense. It's usually played in their main tank position. It's a little saucy. Don't get to see it all the time, which is why it's a little bit more fun. And Ritlu answers with Stukov first pick. So it's time to see if Patience is going to go to the sort of reliable Brightwing, or if we are going to see a different pick. Gen M will kind of pick different heroes. I think they might be the only team in the division to have played Kel'Thuzad this season. You see Brightwing, yep. And you see Zagara, another kind of favorite of Gen M. Gets picked by them a lot, gets banned against them a lot. Offers a lot. I don't know a ton about the new patch. I have only played on it a few times, but I think that these kind of split pushy heroes are a little bit more favored now with the changes. This is a really strong start from Start Slow. This kind of trio is a trio they've played kind of throughout their history. So I played with this team a good amount. I think their first season in NGS was 5 or 6 seasons ago. They were in Div D. Now they're in Div A. Now that I think about it, that might be more like 6-7 seasons ago. But these are 3 heroes that they've just played a lot. You get a lot of lockdown from Nubarak, you get a lot of damage underneath it from Orphea, and it's time for Stukov's Silence to go away. We've just had a little bit too much of it. We see really funky balance patches coming out. It would be nice to see some Stukov numbers bopped down a little bit. Oh yeah, the last bans are coming out. So we've got Maev and Johanna banned out. Johanna been played a lot by Infofox. Maev also played again in multiple positions by Start Slow. They've played it as a main tank with some funky support behind it, and something they again see a good amount of success with. Also, the reason we got some silence from me was because I was trying to see how to add Discord audio. I'm not going to be looking at most of the lanes. And we see Garrosh Blaze come out from Gen M. Garrosh, a favorite of Infofox's. There's washed up allegations against him, actually. So it'll be really interesting to see how this works. It's just a pick that he's played a lot across his time in NGS. And Medivh and Leoric. So they heard me say that I don't want boring games. I like that. That's fun. Someone gets tossed in by the to be determined washed up or not Garrosh, and Medivh just portals them out. Gives you a lot of protection. I'd say I'm a little worried that if they I'll watch my phrasing. If they blow all of their spells on one thing and don't kill something, nothing happens. And then Nazeebo is the last pick. This is interesting. Yeah, it's not something I really expect him to let his team do. He runs a tight ship. But this is really interesting drafts on both sides. I think you have one team that really wants to scrap on the red side, and then on the blue side you have a team that doesn't and wants to scale. They want to get Zagara to 16 so she can rip through everybody. They want to get Nazeebo stacked and up to 20. And you've got teams that are doing 2 different things. So it'll be really interesting to see which team kind of comes out on top as we get in to Tomb of the Spider Queen. I almost called it Battlefield of Eternity. On the blue side, Infofox playing Garrosh, Zagara played by Psycho, Majesty on Blaze, pretty standard offlane. Patience on the Bright Wing, talked about that a bit, and Solian on Nazebo. On the red side, some spice with the Medivh. We have Zero Day on Leoric, Crispy playing Medivh. Interesting. Crispy usually plays the main tank for them. Lu on Stukov, Shadow Dread on Orphea, and Xenochrist back on the Anub'arak. Has played tank for them for a few seasons. So fun to see him back on that role in this sort of trio I mentioned that they've played a lot of together. With this very kill heavy comp. Team's starting to scrap a bit. One thing that's come out in the patch over the last few weeks is the minions spawn at 30 seconds now, so things get scrappy a little bit faster. But we see, Genem just wants to clear out the wave. They're going to have a lot better wave clear. But as you see here, Start Slow is going to be benefited by the fact that they can portal between lanes. So they can get the jump on a Nazebo who really wants to be doing this clear right here. Oh, it's Fenrir. Fenrir, get in there. No Orphea time. And we immediately see this damage onto this sort of pick comp. And like I said, if they don't kill things in one go, it's pretty rough for them. Oh, I don't have the good overlay, do I? I don't have yeah. Yeah, we do have some interesting level 1 talents coming in. I think I see this a lot from this team in particular, this Growing Nightmare on Orphea. They like to get this quest done. And then on the other side, we have from Blaze, we have the Globe quest. So we have him looking for that Unstoppable, which is going to be really good into this lockdown. We see a quick toss onto the Anub'arak and that portal there. Not the portal, the protecting out from Medivh that I mentioned earlier, that sort of protection from when Garrosh throws. And then Nazebo is going into the Toad build. So that's going to put a lot of pressure once it's stacked on structures, mostly. It's kind of interesting to see into what's really double support. Because that spread damage can kind of stress them out a bit. Yes, yeah, it gives Genem a lot of sorry, getting a message from my sponsor. Gives Genem a lot of control in these choke points. This is that same thing I just mentioned. Garrosh gets that armor, and so they can't always get that kill on him early. So he's just tanking up like he's supposed to. Yeah, we do see that Zagara sneaking down to the bottom lane. I don't think has been spotted, even though they've got kind of the good vision here. It will be in a second. It's going to be Leoric and Medivh headed down. Blaze is half health, so probably doesn't want to contest here. They are going to contest. Majesty is going to walk in, even though he's kind of on 0, because they've got Fox coming in. Majesty is going to go down, traded for the Leoric. Kind of a good trade, but now the Medivh is thrown in. Portal goes down. It's going to be a reset on the stacks. So that's a little bit rough. That can be... Okay, cool. Up here, Nazebo goes down. We're kind of scrapping all over the place, which I mentioned is really what Start Slow's comp wants to do. Gem's starting to come in from the side of Start Slow, so it kind of nets out across the board. They took the stacks off of Medivh. They got some of their gems in, and they've got a little bit of push on the top lane. I think kills like that are helpful for a comp that wants to scrap and doesn't clear as well. Just because they can get some of that lane pressure they can't get. Fox with a 3-minute 48 finish on that Garrosh quest, so he's going to get lower cooldown and some damage over time on that. It's a pretty fast clear, which is great to see. Yes. Yeah, production is pointing out to me that Big Voodoo is picked up by Nazebo, which kind of leans into that scaling. So Genem really is focused on this scaly, this split push. You even see Zagara picks up the Medusa blades for a little bit more of that clear. Medivh gets thrown in again. Polymorph comes out. The wall doesn't. A stun and a silence onto Brightwing is going to go down, and that's the target you want. You saw it not working out on the Garrosh earlier, but it does work out on the Brightwing. Can't cleanse, can't do much in that silence puddle, and that's going to help the side of Start Slow get a few more gems in. Stukov got 8 in. Shadow Droid looking for a few more. Zagara Critters are going to keep the stall. Zagara just looking to poke out and stop that last gem from getting in. Ooh, an interesting burrow forward from Anubarak. Doesn't put him in a bad position, but also doesn't find the Nazeebo. More portaling between top and bottom lane as Infofox steps up to the portal, lands another 3-person stun. He's already got the quest stack, so he doesn't need to keep doing that. Just kind of harassing. He gets a good amount of cooldown from that. As it's really just both teams looking for turn-in now. That siege camp is going to come up again. Gen M got their night camp out. If production could let me know if Start Slow did, I might have missed that one. They did not. And so we see Zagara go back over to that. So Gen M's going to continue to rip that one out. A stun comes out onto Nazeebo, but the silence does not find him. Fox decides to walk through it, but the red team does get the turn-in kind of in exchange for that camp. So they'll have some of that deep push on the mid lane. We also have Medivh doing Medivh things. Just kind of harassing, trying to see if they can harass. I think if they find 10, you can be a little bit more annoying with Leyline. It's a little cheesy. It's a little ballsy, and they do have level 10s coming in right now in just a second. We'll get to see what level 10 talents we have. Yeah, I'm seeing some spooky stuff with the kind of combination of Leyline and Crushing Jaws. Leyline can set it up almost like it's an apocalypse. And on the other side, we have the Maw from Zagara, which can kind of shut down some of that. We're also going to see Brightwing go down here. And here we have it. There's that Leyline. Crushing Jaws has already been used, so it's more just stall. Cocoon comes out onto Nazeebo. And there's a big damage down from Orphea. Fox is able to get out for now. He goes down. And Nazeebo gets taken down as well. Gosh, I forgot how many things happen in this game. Whew. Yeah. Yeah, we saw a really great use of those level 10s. It's sort of using that scrappiness of this team that I've mentioned. They get that fort down. They even get a whole nother set of gems in. I do think they're going to get a back-to-back turn here. The blue team at least got half of 2 towers in the mid lane, so that's certainly something. And then we see Garrosh is going to look for the taunt right here. I have to assume he does. Nubarak stuns him out before he can get it, and they only get half damage out onto Lu before they are able to sort of walk away. Yeah, Cocoon is going to come back up, and Leyline's going to come back up, and that's going to give the red team the ability to scrap. And if they can sort of open up another fight the same way that they did when they had that level 10 advantage, things are going to look kind of shaky for Gen M, as they're just trying to get that spider down. Throw in on the Stukov again. The taunt does come out this time, but Anubarak is going to find the stun in a Leyline, and there's the Crushing Jaws. Garrosh gets a great toss out on Zagara, which is going to keep them alive. That ally toss being really helpful. Level 13's about to come in. For Start Slow as the top lane pushes in. Solid defense in the mid lane. Bot lane is starting to take a little bit more damage, with Blaze and Leo just kind of whacking each other over there. You can tell I don't play off lane because I look at what the scrappers up here are doing. Zevo has gone to that top lane to defend, which leaves a 3v4 over here. Zagara decent at this kind of poking out and stopping the other team from walking up. Anubarak thrown in, the taunt does come out. Protect from Medivh keeps him pretty healthy, and he says, great, I'll just walk in. Some of these changes onto towers let other teams do this. Zagara gets Cocoon. Nazeebo's still clearing out the top lane, so it's still the 3v4 situation. Is Fox going to have the ally toss again? He does not, but a good cleanse from Patience keeps everyone topped up, and the portal gets them to walk away. Meanwhile, Leo takes down the bot lane as Gen M groups up as 5, but there's not a ton for them to do up here. So time to see if they can get some gems in and start to stabilize. Both teams on level 13. Yeah, Leo does pick up the auto attack, which I don't feel like I see a lot. I feel like I see the kind of spooky walk build a little bit more often, lets him lower the team's damage and get more of those spooky walks and mace smacks in, mob smacks in. Blue team does get their turn in. Blaze is alone here at the bottom lane as Medivh keeps an eye on the blue team. Man, these guys don't stop scrapping. I'm gonna need a drink of water after this. Web Weavers come out. Mid lane is met by Esposrts' huge flank from Majesty, and this is gonna be okay. It's a nice maw. Let's see what Gen M is gonna do with this. Orpheus gets a stun out on Infofox. Medivh finishes the stacks right before dying. It is the time to feed, but that's gonna be 2 kills for Gen M as Web Weavers come down. The top lane was also starting to push in pretty early. So I'm seeing good things happening. Gen M starting to stabilize this game. They've reduced the level lead. They're still a little bit in favor. Blaze is going to pick up some experience in the bottom lane, and I think this fort going down is gonna help them equalize. Those 2 kills were really big for them. 4 kills to 6. So things are starting to stabilize for Gen M. Let's take a quick look at how Nazeebo's doing on stacks. He's 48 stacks on the Toads. He's fully stacked on Voodoo Ritual. So when he gets the Vile Infection at level 20, he also has to burn an Ice Block there. A good toss out by Infofox, really showing value on that Garrosh. Really wanting to beat the washed up allegations that I sent his way earlier. Zagara taking that Night Camp, kind of do that on her own at this point in the game. She has enough of the critters. As teams are starting to scrap around these 2 turn-in points. We're kind of hitting the point in the game where Gen M's getting scary. Zagara is going to hit 16 in just a second. Teams will hit 16 around the same point. I would have went Emerald Wind. I don't want to hear from you, Fenrir. I do. There's Emerald Wind value into that team. I'm a big Blink Heal believer. I think you can do really slippery, annoying things. And one of the really annoying things you can do with Brightwing into a Nubarak at level 20 Blaze, that's a really quick kill onto Medivh. You can't blame me for missing that one. But that's going to be good as the blue Web Weavers come down again. So another back-to-back turn, this time in favor of the blue team. Both teams hitting 16, and that's where we see Zagara kind of fully come online, getting her percentage damage, which is going to be good into the Leoric, decent into the Nubarak, and it's just going to keep the pressure on from her. You're also going to see higher kill pressure come out of Brightwing, who gets the critterizing to reduce armor. And that is going to be another fort going down on the red team side. So they've evened out forts, kills are almost evened out, and now you can see what Toads really do to those structures, along with the Gargantuan. What was I talking about? I was talking about weird things you can do with Brightwing. When you get Invisible Friends at level 20, if you're slick with it, you can make someone invisible when a Nubarak wants to cocoon them, and a Nubarak can't click on them. So it's really funny, and they get mad at you when you're the Brightwing. Yeah, it kind of adds to their arsenal of things to stop cocoon. If Nazeebo's quick with it, yeah, a little spicy. Brightwing does get found here. Fox gets the toss out immediately. Gonna need to Patience press D. Fox is gonna, wow, he's gonna live. The Maw really useful there. Patience is just gonna sit in the cocoon and stay safe. Huge shield from Fox. Patience does get that cleanse with the Soothing Mist at level 7 to kind of cleanse up, and Gen M has recovered from this fight very well. It was looking kind of scary, but Psycho really came through with a Maw there. Leoric gets out, takes a chunk of damage from some Toads, but things are kind of stabilized for both teams. Medivh just keeping an eye on Garrosh here. But they can just push. Yeah. That's going to be another throw onto the Medivh. He's going to, oh, cool. Match is just going to find 3 in the back there. Medivh's going to get the portal out, but the rest of the team isn't really in a position to take it. Majesty slowing them. Genem is just sprinting at them. Medivh finds a really nice silence from Stukov to kind of save the team. Gets a silence under the ley line as well, but Patience is going to try and keep people up as much as he can. And Gargantuan is doing a ton of damage. Leoric almost going down, but Stukov getting the heal and the protect coming out. Genem keeping up so much pressure, even though they lose the Garrosh. They were still just doing a lot in that fight. They're gonna kind of leave start slow to clear out this camp and kind of go back about their business. Medivh's going to portal in, but he's going to take so much of his health from those toads. Anubrak's going to keep looking for it. If he had rewind, he could keep chasing. He is going to find the cocoon onto Nazeebo. It does get ripped up really quick. He doesn't hit the ice block for the cocoon, but he certainly does for that stun. And another huge maw from Psycho. If Maj can get in position to stun this, he doesn't need to, because Nazeebo can just throw up a wall around it, and then Maj can stun. And they're going to find 3 kills off of that. That's huge for Genem. They're getting close to level 20. And they're going to look for, I think, a turn-in off of this. They've got a little bit of maintenance to do in this top lane, which has got a bit of a wave accumulating. Yeah, Nazeebo. Oh, they're also going to head straight for the boss. I thought Nazeebo was kind of going to go take care of that wave, but he doesn't need to, because we already saw he has his stacks. He's doing just fine. So they're going to head up here to the boss, and we're just gonna highlight that Garrosh did take that boss stun. And Start Slow is going to do what they can. They're going to get their camp here. They've managed to hold on to a handful of gems. They've actually kind of got net more gems than Gen M does, which is at least positive. Yeah, but this is really scary from the side of Gen M. They have the boss coming down top lane. They're not going to have a wave for a while, so that Web Weaver is going to spawn far back. If we're looking for silver linings for Start Slow. They have a boss. They have Web Weavers. And they have... Oh, do I have where it spawns mixed up? I do. Spawns at the enemy wave, not at the ally team waves. Web Weavers 20 boss. Production's really helping me out here, team. I can't wait to introduce you all to production. The cocoon comes out, but it's a little desperate. Maj lands a stun that I did not think he was going to land. I don't think he did either. Stukov just trying to silence to hold them back. Garrosh gets chomped by the jaws, but a cleanse comes out from right wing. Something comes out from right wing. Another Z out. Majesty kind of stuck in tomb, but has that classic blaze. A huge stun from Anubrak. A huge silence from Stukov. Another silence from Stukov. We've had enough of the Admiral. Anubrak gets stunned, but a good protect comes out from Medivh. That one got a lot of value. As Web Weavers start to crash into the mid lane, Gen M has to back off for a little bit while they clear out that wall. And fighting for my life over here. We're down to 39%. And we have 20s come out. So the Silence and Tomb is online. Not the Medivh cheats, the Arcane Intellect. This is a 2 kills here at least. Garrosh taking a lot of damage, but had a good taunt onto the Anubrak, taking a lot of damage. Patience is just keeping him alive as best he can. That Silence and Tomb is doing a lot. Orphea going down as she gets stuck in the team. Blaze thrown in by the Garrosh. Fox saying, you didn't hit the core earlier, you deserve to die. Leyline comes out. It's not the 20 leyline, so it's a little bit shorter. God damn, a lot happens in this game. Am I allowed to curse? And that should be game coming out for the side of Gen M. I was doubtful at the beginning. It was looking really scary for them, but that scaling really paid off for them. Medivh goes down, just padding the stats a little bit, and that is going to be game. Jesus. This is so stressful. I had a whirlwind of a last hour. I thought this game started at 9. Whew. All right. I thought I was going to have time to eat dinner. Yeah. I thought I was going to have time for dinner. Let's take a look at some stats. Really close here on damage between Battle and Psycho, Solian and Psycho. Solian kind of just edging him out, probably because of that level 20 coming online towards the end. He was massively stacked. He had a ton of health. He was really tough to deal with. Um, Fox feeding as usual. Just going to highlight that. Patience sacrificing himself. Oh my god, I've already been invited to a lobby. Um, and that is game one going over to the side of Gen M. We're going to update that, and we're going to talk about map number 2, which is going to be Garden of Terror, picked by ooh, I'm on one of the teams. I'm going to guess this was picked by, oh, they swapped sides. Oh, I don't know how to deal with this. I don't have it. I don't think so. Okay, so I've created something called Audio Input Capture 2. Um, or no, oh no. I have to add this to every scene. Who picked not us? Alright, so this map is going to be, oh, I don't know the alphabet. Garden of Terror, picked by the red team, which is start slow, then taper off. Garden of Terror, big map. All right. Oh, because I'm trying to add an input, I need to add an output. No, that's not it either. Well, I know.
It's like a full inch off. I love it.
All right. Hey, chat. Can we hear Goku now? Goku talk.
What's up? Yeah. Okay.
No, it's not
Freak
looking
is
good for you.
struggling. It's wonderful.
All right, what if I try editing this audio open source projector? That doesn't sound right. Add source. Oh crap, what did I just do? um, is everyone in chat having fun? Is everyone in chat interested in what's going on behind the scenes? Oh, you can hear two people? It's also on a 30-second delay, so we're going to find out in 30 seconds. And I also changed some things since that happened. I'm on fire. Don't change anything, I can hear him. Oh, maybe. Okay. I have like 4 audio captures. I don't have. Okay, I need to copy this and paste it into all the rest of my scenes. It was working when you first asked. Now I have to remember what I changed. Oh, does this have an undo button? It does. Alright, I pressed undo. And I'm having several. I think. All right, and we're into Garden of Terror. Big map, lots of camps. If I don't see Hogger, what's the point? You know. Um, you know, I forgot to. I just pasted that same audio input into the draft scene, so maybe they can hear you, and we'll certainly find out. We see the Imperious band out again. First band this time. Very afraid. Jenem first pick this time, so I don't know if we'll see the Junkrat picked band. um, we better see have a third band. Oh, they're cowards. Um, and which is worse, being a coward or being a nerd? True. Um, yeah, yeah. Crispy plays fun stuff, which I think is great. That's what I'm here for. Um, Final ban is an Alex Straza. That's creative. Yeah, I wonder if that's what they're worried about. Genem, and there is the Junkrat that I talked about. Genem on the first pick instead of second pick, so they'll just take it. I wonder if they'll get their kind of Junkrat Zagara thing that they like a lot. And this is where Start Slow is going to pick up the Hogger that I asked for. Oh, they did it! Yeah, Stukov was doing a ton. I think it was just a constant silence puddle in game one. Um, and so I know it's something that Lou likes to play a lot. Um, and there is the Zagara with a Johanna, which was the third ban from Start Slow last time. And it leaves up off lane and healer for side of Genem. So might see a healer ban here unless there's an off lane that they really don't want to see. Blaze did a number on them last game. Blaze did a number, and that number was dose. But we still see the Rhaegar ban. Like I said, really comfortable for patience. And it's one that can do well on the map just because you can really rip those camps with his lightning shield. They're going to ban out a Mephisto from Gen M, and now it's time for Start Slow to pick up some things. Are we going to see the Anubarak that they like to play with Stukov? I would be cautious to do the same sort of Anubarak Orphea thing. I think on this map they could really fall behind on macro pretty quickly, especially with a Junkrat who's going to clear a lane from a mile away, the Zagara who's going to clear a lane from a mile away, and Johanna who presses two buttons, and they don't. Okay, they do care a little bit. They're going to pick up Anubarak Tassadar. I think that's a great little adjustment from the Orphea. And here, yeah, it's got to be a right wing coming out from Patience. And I think the other thing we see is off lane is either Blaze or they do something spicy and throw Johanna in the off lane. They've done it before. And they're going to be boring. Yeah, Genem running back, their favorite comp. I mean, it works for them. You know, they're in the playoffs, and my team isn't. So what can I say? And it's going to come down to this last DPS pick for the side of Start Slow. Are we going to get an auto attacker like a Cassia, a Greymane to help with camps? I'm feeling Greymane. And we're seeing Zeratul. So I'm wrong. They do have, yeah, the red team loves doing not silly stuff because this isn't silly. It is going to be Crispy swapping over to the Zeratul. I think when I first started playing like NGS, I was in a division with Crispy, just getting dookied on by that Zeratul. It was a long time ago, but I have nightmares. I think it was like Zeratul and Kerrigan. It would just kind of like wreck me. Um, so we're gonna get into game number two. Garnet Terror, picked by Start Slow. So they had a plan, and they're executing on that plan now.
The battle begins shortly.
All right.
Heroes.
Two scary side lane teams, I think. We've got Infofox on Johanna, Majesty on Blaze, again. Psycho on Junkrat, a classic. Patience on Brightwing, again. And Battle on Zagara. Solian on Zagara. So interesting, we saw Psycho play Zagara last game, so that's fun. on Start Slow, the taper off, we have Hogger played by Zero Day Attack, Tassadar by Shadow Droid, Lou on Stukov again, Crispy on Zeratul on Crispy, other way around, and Xenograce is going to play Nubarak again. I'm already hearing calls for Emerald Wind, and we'll just have to see if that comes true. So both teams scaling, both teams scary on a side lane. I think the thing that makes the red team a little bit scarier on a side lane, as we see them actually just split off to lanes right away, is that the blue team has to have Zagara on a side lane if they want to really be pushing down a side lane. And Zeratul likes to eat things like that. Teams immediately splitting to camps, Gen M already taking two. And I mentioned at the beginning of the last game, the BO5 banner is covering the XP. Honey Badger, you're so right. You're so right. This is because when I set up, you're so right. You're so right. I don't know how to do that actually. I know how to. Yeah. Bottom camps match. So at this point, Start Slow is actually ahead on camp take. Gen M hasn't taken this one out. Blaze is kind of fighting for his life against Hogger. Hogger having a rougher time with it, as Psycho is going to walk in and see if he can bop Hogger back in. Hogger's just going to say, get away from me. And on the bottom side, we have a big push coming out from Gen M with their bruisers. So the teams aren't quite evening out. Gen M got a little bit more value because Zagara spawns the bugs. And everything. And then at the top, we do see Junkrat taking this camp, which is going to be well timed with this seed down here, because the girls are going to start to scrap, while this camp gets to do its own thing. And there's no globals to be seen on the side of the red team. We can see the kills. That's all that matters. So true. Alright, teams are going to start scrapping around this bottom objective. Like I said, that top camp Hogger is going to be the first one dead. I imagine that was a Blaze finding a stun. And can't even see the levels. Yeah, it's a little scuffed. So there are no 4s on screen right now. Production is telling me you can see the top of the 4. Here's where you see a lot of the value that Johanna can bring, because she gets to press blind every like 8 seconds, and she gets to do it twice, so she can do things like press D, walk up, and blind the Stukov. So even though this is really favorably positioned for the red team, and they are going to get the seed pretty quickly, Gen M can do things like that and take out another tower here at the top, as they have a level 7 advantage, half level over with their kill, plus yeah, this is like a little bit of an older style, right? I feel like a lot of what we see, as if chat can hear production, a lot of what we see from Zeratul now is the I don't think you're coming through. No one has mentioned you in a while. That's a good call out. From production on the level 7, we have Garbage Fire from Hogger. So that means a little bit more camp clear and wave clear. God, I'm all over the place. A little bit more camp clear and wave clear. It means we're probably going to get the Hortipult. So he's going to be a slippery Hogger. Jenem holding these hooligans at the bottom lane, 2 versus, well, it's 2 versus 3, now 2 versus 2, as Stukov solos the camp with a favorable seed spawn for Gen M here, so they're probably going to get that on their own as these teams just keep scaling up. Gen M with a tiny experience advantage starting to close a little bit. As yeah, the whole bottom wall has gone down for both teams. Top just about the same as Blaze takes that last one, but they still got both towers up here. Oh, Blaze. Madge, go get it. Madge, go press Q. No one's coming to kill you. He doesn't know that. There we go. He gets it. And the teams go back to doing their camply duties. Hogger doing these pretty quickly, and Junkrat and Brightwing doing this here while Zagara tries to hold this off, but Start Slow is getting some good push. Jenna may be looking for a little bit more as level 10s come in. They're going to have a couple seconds of that advantage as the seed spawn. Johanna gets the stun. It does not seem like Johanna has the D. You can't press the D when Stukov silences you. You can't get your falling sword off. There's no way for you to get into a bunker if your Blaze isn't here. Riptire can't push people away. Oh, dear way. You know, it's a good thing we can't hear production. Production's feeling a little spicy tonight. But that means this seed is likely to go over to the side of Start Slow, so they'll have a 2-1 seed advantage as their level 10s come in. We do see the Hortipult. We do have Black Hole from Tassadar, the big swipes from Stukov, Might of the Nerazine from Zeratul, and another Cocoon from Anubarak. Someday we'll get a Locust Swarm. Some damage coming out. Rip Tower coming out as well. Everyone wants to press the R button. Psycho uses it to clear a wave and get a little bit of damage onto Tassadar. And if Fox was a real player, he would just Falling Sword. 4v4 scrap happening at the bottom lane. Zeratul sharking around a little bit, but he's going to go off and clear. Mid lane as our offlaners keep fighting here. Zeratul gets a little bit of push here, but won't deny the experience. Oh, that's his own glove. And being an observer is really hard. Production's laughing at me. Production's laughing at me. Another favorable seed spawn for what could be seed number 3 for Start Slow then Taper Off. So it looks like the teams are going to scrap here. Zagara is going out to clear this top wave, so it looks like all 5 from Start Slow are going to come up sooner. Fox getting a little bit low, doesn't have to press the D quite yet. There it goes. The Cocoon comes out onto Zagara, who has decided to join the fight. Blaze just in the back, stunning everyone, taking a bunch of damage, but that wall isn't quite going to find him. Nubrak looks to be the first to go down. The bunker keeps... and the Black Hole is going to push everyone away as Zeratul gets a little feisty. The silences continue to come out from Stukov, but doesn't have those resets yet, so they're going to have to walk away and hand this seed over to Gen M. And the objective battles will continue, and everyone will go back and do their camp duties. Zagara up here. Imagine that's where we'll see Zeratul go, unless he wants to get this wave first, and Junkrat's going to do this camp here. Right wing here to scrap. Patience has the 1v1. We know it. And the healers are taking camp solo again. Production's trying to tell me that's a one-sided 1v1. I would like to remind Production that I almost 1v1'd him on Brightwing while he was playing Junkrat in a scrim. Sorry, Production, we can't actually hear you, Production, so you don't get to write the history books. Team, I'm gonna try and figure out this audio thing, and things are gonna get a lot better. Oh, they're gonna take away my privileges after this, aren't they? They probably should. Shroud of Adun. As the this is that kind of older Zeratul style. Favorable spawn here for Gen M, which means they might just get this unless Hogger wants to Hortipult in. The Garbage Fire doesn't quite get it. But Stukov, with the really silly range on the stun, is going to do it. Yep, there's a reset again, so he's going to keep doing that. Blaze gets cocooned, but they're going to rip that out pretty quickly, and Uberak goes into the Maw, so they have their own cocoon from their own bug. Black Hole comes out and kind of toilet bowls Blaze away a little bit. Hogger goes in with the Hortipult now. That's what we like to see. Everyone goes in, and Uberak in too. A good cleanse out from Patience will top people up a little bit. As Zeratul looks for Junkrat on the back here when he gets into the homie bunker. And we keep scrapping. Blaze misses the stun, which would have been really big. He gets into the bunker for a little bit of big silence. Interesting falling sword that does end up cleansing a little bit. Zeratul sharking around, does find the Brightwing. And so it looks like Hogger is going to try and get this cap here. Junkrat continuing to harass as he tends to do. And it's going to be Garden Terrors to the side of Start Slow. My production team is actually doubled in size. My unpaid interns are doing great. Garden Terror's out. This mid lane is getting a lot of pressure from an Uberak, Tassadar, a camp, a Garden Terror, so that is kind of spoken for. While at the bottom lane, the defense is going pretty well because Zagara can have that kind of quick clear from the Medusa Blades and all of the other critters that she gets to spawn. Blaze will handle this at the top lane and kind of duke it out with zero-day attack, and the push will continue as Fox has to pop the Unstoppable here. What did Zera go at 7? Zera did go this Seeker in the Dark at 7. As bottom lane is now getting pressured, production actually not calling out talents. Production actually did call out that talent. There was just something else going on at the time. Production is back with their revisionist history. Yeah, so when I originally set this up, I had the Good Observer. And I didn't know how to re-download that because I reset up OBS's teams look to scrap here before 16. Not aggressive here, but they do have the wall-to-wall things off, and their 16s are going to trickle in here, so if Gen M wants to scrap, they got to do it fast. Zeratul on the backside going to do the Zeratul thing. Gen M will push them off the camp right before the level 16, that Rip Tire. Kind of jetting around. And 16s come in for Gen M, so it's going to be an even fight if they want to take it. Zeratul going to come in and make it 5v5 if his team wasn't walking away. He's got to be careful because there's a Junkrat trap that's going to chase after him. The Black Hole comes out, doesn't find anyone, and Blaze is going to say, you don't need me, I'm going to go do a camp. And he goes and does a camp. As teams kind of split off, they decide that engagement has ended. Yeah, I'm not super sold on the Falling Sword this game. I think it may have just been like, oh shit, it's level 10 and I'm in danger. I'm sorry, I said I was going to stop cursing. Hogger back to doing Hogger things, taking camps. I think it might have been like, oh snap, I'm in danger at level 10, and so this is what I was talking about earlier. Zeratul can kind of shark around, but Zagara can see this because of the creep. I guess you have to be looking. These players are good at the game and probably look at the map. I'm gonna get this fixed. Zeratul doing a lot of this sharking around. Has to be careful of the. Wow, look at that damage just from the Seeker in the Dark into a quick Q. That's really cool. The 16 is hit for Zeratul, and he's kind of scaled up. The Falling Sword, again, not finding a ton because Zeratul is on the backline. Holly comes out with the armor reduction and scares Zeratul off with the Rip Tire. Nubarak continues to go in, and Zeratul says, I'm back, baby! And comes to hit more people, but there's 5 of them that he's standing in the middle of. Blaze gets cocooned, so there's only going to be 4 of them. Brightwing taking a lot of damage, but does get a blink right before that Silence Puddle. Not a ton left for Gen M to do. They're going to have to do a little bit of bunker hopping just to keep some armor up while Patience starts to top them up. He's going to Xeon to Zagara, as Brightwing is going to be the first to go down, was low for a while there, and now it's on Zeratul to just kind of clean things up. There's no Poly to threaten him. There's no Blessed Shield to kind of whack him right in the face, but he's just going to say, okay, cool, I can clean up some lanes. I can push a little bit, we can get another seed, we don't have to worry about an objective coming our way. This bottom lane has been pushing, but Zagara's here to deal with it. And it's back to doing your homework on Garden Terror. Production, if we could keep comms clear. I appreciate the 13 people that are really sticking it out here. They can't see talents, they can't see levels. Levels are 18 to 18, a tiny bit of advantage. I'd say a fifth of a level advantage for the side of Start Slow. And it looks like Start Slow is starting to get a little bit aggressive. They're starting to say this this jungle is mine. This seed is likely to be theirs too, with how kind of far back it is. Talent tiers will be even. Blaze looking here at Zeratul, but he's very slippery, so it's not like he's gonna get a kill on him. Red team had a lot of map control right now. They've just got lanes pushed out a good amount. Zeratul can very slippery kind of go push them out like he's doing now to harass Blaze, and it just keeps vision pretty far into the blue side for them. So Fox can't even come in and do what he was doing at that first objective, which was this same spawn. Which is the same spawn and harass, because he can't actually get close enough in time. They find Zeratul here, but again, the only thing that can kind of find him is that poly in lieu of the Blessed Shield, which still be a little slippery to hit. And so it's going to be level 20s coming up for these teams shortly. We'll see Start Slow hit it first. You know, hopefully Gen M can close that gap in the next 20 seconds, or at least maybe get Junkrat up here to poke this and stall for level 20. They're going to get a camp out. Zero Day is going to clear the camp before it can even get to lane. And the teams are going to look to scrap over this. It's another 2 objective to 2 objective, and I feel like we're gonna see some game making, game breaking things happen here. Anubarak making the dive first onto Blaze. The stuns come out. He does have the rewind at level 20 if he wants to try again. Zero Day goes in, takes a chunk of damage, has no control, so it doesn't have the kind of extra meat from the loot board. Cocoon comes out onto Blaze, who's already kind of low. You see him sitting here at about a quarter of health. He takes a bunch of damage, gets the bunker out. So he's going to get some value out of that. But there's going to be a silence sitting underneath it, and that silence is going to come right back up. Madge goes down. Battle looks to be next. The no control is doing a ton, which you usually don't say about no control. That's what no control does. It's right there. No control takes out Hogger, but it's a 4-for-1 trade. The objective is going to go over to the side of Start Slow. Look, I like to find silver linings, so we see this fort likely to go down for the side of Start Slow, but they're going to get the Garden Terrors. I like to think that I talked about silver linings in game 1 too. Being heckled. Being heckled by my own interns. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna see a Stukov in game 3. Xenochrist is taking a bit of damage from forts. And the red team is closing in on this keep. They've only got this middle keep cleared out, so it's kind of a funky way into the core, but those Garden Terrors are starting to freshen. Fox, this would be a great time for a Blessed Shield. Is Blessed Shield gonna come out? Are we gonna see Blessed Shield come out? Oh wait. Oh wait. Oh wait. It's okay, because that siege camp did get this fort. Cocoon comes out onto Patience. Fox again harassing. Is the Blessed Shield gonna come out? Is the Blessed Shield gonna come out? Falling Sword does come out, does a little bit of healing onto Zagara, who's playing around with Hogger. It looks like just that one keep is gonna go down, as the Garden Terror and bottom and top have fallen, and it's just a bunch of scrap and Zeratul doing Zeratul things. Finds Zagara on the side, and that's what I was talking about. This Zeratul can just pick Zagara with 2 dead. It's looking pretty scary for the side of Gen M. It looks like we were gonna see a game 3 anyways. Blaze goes flying in, finds another stun. They're gonna find Tassadar here, so all is not lost. Silver linings. Another big silence come out from blue. We're not gonna see this. Fox just barely gets himself in. We'll see if Psycho can also get himself into the core. Is that what it's called? Into the hearth, maybe?
Red team has destroyed.
The hall- this is the Hall of Storms? Thank you, production. Um, another unstoppable comes out from Fox. This top keep has gone down. Zeratul just kind of breezed by it. Oh, you guys can't see the hand motion I did, but it was a cool hand motion for like breezed by it and hit it with his sword arm. Is that what he has going on? And it seems like both teams are having this hesitation to end games. We saw it in game one, where there was a clear frustration from the side of Gen M of not hitting the core. And here it looks like there's just no closers. We're gonna go for some 27-minute bangers this season. Tassadar has the Black Hole 20. We've been talking about those sort of being the MVP black holes, and that armor reduction on it is also going to be really helpful for him. So Gen M has a bunch of lane maintenance to do. Auger's going back and forth over here, clearing out his camps. And, you know, if Gen M, silver linings, if Gen M can get a kill, get an objective, they might be able to sprint this through the top lane. How do we feel about that production? But for now, it's going to be Gen M saying, you guys have gotten all your seeds. It's my turn.
Blue team's core is under siege. Hero
It's a dead Junkrat in the top lane. A mine has been pinged. God, there's so much going on. The cocoon comes out onto the blaze. It's quick cleared, but there's Zeratul just doing all those things to Zagara. A good Maw comes out, but there's all the silences that we saw again and again. Swipes come out from Stukov, a scoop from Johanna, but no blessed shield. I do think it's that Zeratul kind of backed to this corner here, having kind of a good time. Gets scooped up by Zagara, but Blaze is going to have to bunker over here. Johanna's looking for him, doesn't quite have it. The movement speed from Conviction at level 7, not quite enough. Force still 100%. Level 20 Black Hole is almost as bad. Blue dies, Stukov goes down. That's one of the two carries. We've seen great things out of Blue. The wall, that's not the slowing wall, which a real caster would have noticed. And Battle finds the Zeratul as well, so things are getting a little hectic here for this side of start slow, then taper off. I think what we're seeing is the start slow portion, but we are going to see them still able to pick up this seed because it's so deep on their side of the map, which means it's going to come down to another 5v5. And as we've seen from the kills, Gen M is looking to at least get another structure. That'll be their second of the game. Yeah, I think I would rather see them kind of take this keep. They can tank it up a good amount. Instead, they're going to start peeling back the layers of the onion. They are going to peel the forts off one by one, clear out waves. You know, if they'd also taken this keep top lane, they would have evened out the pressure, the consistent catapult pressure coming out from the top lane. Which is kind of piling up on the catapults. We do have the seed spawning. Everyone is back up on the red side, and they're starting to move in. I wonder if they can... Fox starts to... They're afraid of the backdoor a little bit, so they're being a little bit cautious, but now it's Gen M just has to make space. Oh, Garbage Fire just finds it onto Solian. Catapult's starting to stack up here, so I think the red team just starts to run at them. Zeratul can also just start kind of move towards the core. They should see him on this creep. They should be looking for him, which I think is why Blaze is playing a little bit back here. Same with Patience. He does find the Q onto them. Brightwing with the poly. And they're going, and red team is just, the catapults are ending the game. Winions are huge. Okay, Falling Sword value, finally. But Falling Sword only lasts so long. The blue team starting to go down. The red team starting to find the core. 1 down, 2 down. Another silence. And the pressure has been equalized. Brightwing goes down as well, and it looks like this is sort of the final throes of the blue team in game 2. Catapults will have had the opportunity to do more core damage. Crispy almost getting the polymorph from the core, but wants to find one more kill onto Mash. 15 kills to 6, and it looks like game number 2, Garden of Terror, is going to go on to start slow, then taper off. Oh, let's take a look at some stats, because they're going to be big numbers. Please trying to jet raw into Zera is hilarious. Huge scrappers this game. Top damage coming out from Tassadar. Zeratul not too far behind him, but still a little bit behind Augur. On the other side, Johanna actually out damaging the Junkrat. And Patience got a little picked on the Brightwing. That was a tough one. For the Brightwing. Brightwing really just has that kind of one button to deal with Zeratul, and if Zeratul isn't dealt with in that time, it's rough. All right. Really makes you wonder about that falling sword pivot, don't you? All right, we are gonna get our maps updated. We're gonna get the score updated when I remember how to do that. Oh, I found it. Look at that, 1-1. And we're gonna take a quick second here. Two with Emerald Wind. So I am looking at moving the game overlay. Actually, what I need to do is server. Yeah, I don't have Oliops installed, and that's why I can't. And it's a preset game screen, which is stopping me from getting the BO5 banner out of the way. So if anyone knows more about OBS than I do, oh man, there's 18 people here now. This is wild. I have Ektar. If anyone is able to help me both move my BO5 banner and get my co-caster into my audio scenes. um, all right, Ektar might be here to save me. So Ektar, the problem I'm having that you're going to hear about in 30 seconds is, or you heard about 30 seconds ago? I don't know. Is my OBS isn't capturing the other person in my Discord call, and I don't know how to fix that. I think you might be coming through on the map screen. Oh, Cawthon says there's a difference between my voice settings on the map selection versus other scenes. Have to make sure your audio that your Discord output is using matches the same settings as OBS. Yeah, game number 3 is going to be starting. We're going to be getting to draft on Towers of Doom. As I get us over into the draft screen, this was picked by Gen M, so they've presumably got a plan for this. And we're going to start to see these picks and bans coming through. Discord is capturing audio through your head to make sure the output in OBS is also your headphones.
Blue and Hector, the carries.
How? Okay. In 30 seconds, we're going to find out if you're back.
Production 2, you'll be able to tell me if we're back.
All right, first ban coming out from the red team. What are they tired of dealing with?
Dahaka,
they're tired of dealing with Zagara. And I can't blame them. The Maws are doing a lot of saving, even though they have an answer for it in game 2. I think they're not interested in another 24-minute game. And I can't say I blame them. Those are really sweaty.
We should be afraid of a Medivh on Towers of Doom. We should be afraid of like pick comps here as well.
And kind of funky things like that. Which, thank God, we love the funky stuff. But they're going to get rid of the Junkrat again. I have fantastic news, everyone. Production has entered the audio output.
Oh, that's really bad. I can't say what I've been saying now.
All right, things are about to get... We're up. We're up. City Girls are up. Which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah. We do see the Dahaka, the Zag, so they're just going to stay consistent. They're afraid of that Zag. So they don't want to they don't want them to scale. Might see a Naz. Like we saw that in game 1. Could go Blood Ritual, scale very quickly. They did play that earlier. Probably going to see the Blaze 100%. Blaze or Leo. From blue team. Forgive me. Just kind of talking. What do they ban? They ban the Stukov, right? Like
they ban the Stukov, and they ban Ariel.
Why do you not ban the why do you ban the Ariel?
Oh, I know why they're not banning Stukov. Here's what you do.
Oh,
you wait
so it's
for
going to be
Stukov.
So it's going to be Varian blow up.
Nah, you wait for Stukov to put his fist in the ground, and then you hook him.
Oh, dude, that's the strat.
There's the first
because
pick
this is
Stukov.
the perfect map for InfoFox's Stitches.
Exactly, it's a great Stitches map. So we see a Stitches Kel'Thuzad 1-2 here.
This is the most oppressive Stukov I've seen in a while.
Yeah,
and it's been through every game. Blue team doesn't think it's a problem. Maybe it's not. Maybe we're overthinking it. You know?
Yeah. Oh, look at us solving problems. Okay, so there it is. There's the Stitches Kel'Thuzad that I was talking about. No, we actually see the Blaze again from Madge, and we see Patience's Rhaegar this time. It hasn't been making it through the third ban, and he says, "I want it." Chico next has been called. It's hard to argue with that. This Stukov has been terrifying.
Probably going to see something like Leo, something like... Might even see that Zeratul again on this map.
We might. We could see the Zeratul again. We might see the Anubarak Orphea again. We see the Maiev in Orphea. Maiev has been consistently being banned third, so we're finally going to see the Maiev. That's spooky.
This third ban might say a lot, actually.
Yeah. This will tell us what they're thinking.
Blue team has an idea of what red team was cooking up.
Because I have an idea of what red team's cooking up.
Do you? I do.
I do. I think we may have talked about this in our pregame production meeting.
Oh yeah, we definitely have. We definitely did. All right, what is
And they're going to ban
Tychus.
Tychus.
So blue team is absolutely going for Stitches then.
Or is blue team going for Cho'Gall?
Okay. Fox is a Cho'Gall player. Yeah. We do see that Joe, it is one of their most played tanks.
Yeah, they slam it a lot. And here is going to be that Stitches Kel'Thuzad.
Yeah, it is tried and true. They've played it quite a bit.
It's the Stitches Kel'Thuzad. I'm feeling it. Did I say GG go next gen? Yeah, things are looking scary on the red team. I like it. It's spicy. We got our best of fives. We got four. Okay, we got Stitches. That's a weird Kel'Thuzad skin.
Solely in this play. I think it's new. I think it's new. Yeah.
They did like a new style thing, like they did the Thrall skin.
Yeah, they reworked it. Yeah.
And there's the Nubrak again.
What are we gonna see from Zero Day?
I think we could just see a Leoric again. It works really well with this comp. I mean, they struggled with it into the Blaze, but we're gonna see Yrel. That's a favorite.
I like
Zero Days. Kind of nice if someone gets gobbled up by Stitches, you can jump in and whack him back. You can also cocoon him.
Yeah, the Anubrak, right? Probably the best pick into a Stitches, right?
Yeah, because Locust Swarm is going to keep you alive, right?
Well, I mean, if he goes cocoon, it's trolling, right? They're already going to have definitely disc.
I mean,
so
cocoon
why are they going to have,
no damage.
Have two of them? Exactly.
And we see Tracer.
I'm very interested in the Tracer pick. It looks scary to play Tracer here. Yeah. Into a Maiev, into an Orphea, into a Yrel.
Yeah, you're
however, if Solian's coming out swinging, it might look pretty interesting based on how blue team plays their dives. But this is just going to be pick after pick for whoever. That's how blue team wants to play it. I don't really know if double Overwatch is the play, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean they say Overwatch, more Overwatch, more win.
That's true.
I just pasted you into the map draft scene, so I'm gonna have to hope you're there and hope it pastes into the game scene.
Dude,
too.
I hope I'm not. Stream will tell me to talking mad facts.
And I've just done the same with the actual game thing. The overlay is still scuffed. I haven't figured that one out, but hey, we're getting to game 4.
In the red trunks, we have Zero Day on Yrel, Crispy on Maiev, Shadow Droid on Orphea, Lu on Stukov, and Xenochrist on Anubrak.
And in the blue trunks, we have Infofox with the Stitches, Psycho on the oh man, it must have bugged out. It's a Hanzo, not a Kel'Thuzad. Majesty on Blaze again. Patience gets his Rhaegar, and Solian gets his Tracer.
I mean, if you think about it, Kel'Thuzad was originally a human, so this is just a live Kel'Thuzad, right?
And that's lore that I don't know. We see the same Orphea talent come out at level 1. We see Stitches go for the puddle. Fat Stun comes out from Blaze, immediately gets followed up by a Nubrak, and Blaze is going to be the first blood.
We do see Madge feeding. That's incredible.
I know. And we see a pause.
A tactical 2-3-2 pause coming out from.
I go over to the map draft screen for a little bit.
I need constant MP updates. I got you, Honey Badger.
Production's got you.
Crispy's mic is dying. Okay, all right.
Oh, I should plug my thing in so that doesn't happen to me.
Okay, so let's see. So we have camps coming up. It is the 30-second mark. Yrel already splitting off to catch the top soak. I'm very curious if we're going to see some rotations from the red team to play topside in order to kind of weaken, play around the team fight that is blue team.
Yeah, what I like to do on this map, I'm not in charge of things like this when I'm on teams. But if I have a Tracer, I like to have the Tracer come kind of harass the offlaner, because Tracer can just kind of consistently click on them during that rotation.
That is true. You're right.
But blue team is already a little weak-sided, and we have teams coming back. We're back into the game. XP is at level 1 to level 1 as the camps come up, but we do see a chunk of lead X, they're just gonna
Insane
go forward.
dive.
They're not gonna go harass the top
Dead
side.
ass it.
They're just gonna kill the bottom side of the map. So they can take this.
I mean,
again.
when you have no defense. Yeah. I mean, red team can set. Oh wait, hold on. Is the screen changed over to the game again?
Yes, I'm back on the game screen.
Okay, cool. So something that blue team has to be very, very careful of is the engage of red team, right? You have that Nubrak, you have that
They
Urel,
are
you have that Maiev,
sprinters.
and what post 10 when we get that crushing jaws. Honestly, if Crispy goes cage, it could be a very dangerous game for blue team.
Yeah, it's pretty scary. They have to hope that Urel comes in and bops them all out. Here's the engage again. A cleanse comes out from
Really good
Rhaegar,
cleanse.
so Psycho doesn't
Psycho
get
will
pulled away
fall.
just yet, but he's still going to go down. That's 3 kills over to the red team, who is approaching level 4. So they're going to start to pick up some talents. Umbral Bind
Yeah, we're
going to be
helping
the
out
level
here,
1
Patrick.
from Maiev. I don't know my Maiev talents very well, so I'm going to sit here and read this for a little bit.
Keep talking the rest of the talents first before you do that.
We see the same level 1 quest come out from Orphea, W from Hanzo, and here's an interesting Stitches one. Savor the flavor. Not one you always see. He's going to get some extra HP regen, and he's
But
going
we
to need
will
it
see
later
him
in the
die
game,
again.
because he's dead again, and that's level 4. That's level 5 over to Start Slow, as Gen M's just finding level 4, and Start Slow is going to continue the dive. They love this aggression. They have 4 aggressive heroes and a Stukov that is a thing of nightmares. So this is a really strong start for them, but it's Towers of Doom. Anything can happen. Crispy going to back off, give them a little bit of air on the side of the blue team. Classic 3 altars. So we should, I'd say we should see a trade of the top altars. It looks like that's the way the red team wants to play this. They're the aggressive ones, so if anyone was gonna go wander into,
I'm very surprised actually to see that blue team's going to fight the bot side here. With how fights have been going and not putting Tracer up to stall top side to, aim for more scaling. I'm very surprised by this.
Especially with a pokey hero like Hanzo. Trade of altars at the top as the offlaners start making their way down. Tracer has to come over here to stall Lu, but has the blinks to get out, and it's going to become about this bottom lane as the offlaners come in. Xenochrist misses the dive in. Maiev finds a quick Q, I think only onto 1, so doesn't get the reset, and teams are going to scrap. Urel's going to look for this jump in. Doesn't find it, but Blaze missing another stun.
Hook misses. We are going to see red team step back up to this objective after taps. Looking to play these corridors, or actually maybe play lane here.
They're on the lane, push themselves forward a little bit. This team loves the forward button. Anubrak finds 2, finds the Hanzo. Cleanse comes out from Rhaegar, which lets him walk away. Urel goes for the Goomba Stomp. That stitches into a corner. They're fighting everywhere they can. Tracer bombs don't do a lot of damage at level 6. And there's the talent advantage over to the side of Start Slow again as another. There we go. We see the Urel doing the Urel thing and bopping people around. Often out of combos, but the red team will find it.
We do see Divine Steed. We do see the Ruthless Spirit to match up with a level 4. Similar with the build of Mind Devourer into the E-build for Orphea.
Dive, another Stukov Silence, another double kill over to the side of Start Slow. 6 kills to 0. It's a comeback map. I'm looking for silver linings.
I mean, it's a comeback map. They're not far. It's still their early game, right? 7 to 8.
Yep.
Only a level difference.
Curious if Stitches is going to pick up the Gambit talent at 7 here. That gives him. It looks like he's reading talents.
I think he's contemplating the pickup actually, with how his he does go into the Serrated Edge though.
He does go into the Serrated Edge, so he's just going to take that level 1 quest talent. Another dive from the Anubrak, another stun from the Anubrak. A little bit slower from Lu on the pickup this time. Does get the hook out onto Stukov, but he's going to waddle his way out. Maiev coming in to do some damage. Full level
really
lead
good fight
to the side of Start Slow. That'll come into play in a minute or so when they start to hit level 10. And we'll get to see if it is going to be that Cage of the Wardens.
That might go for
Another
the
silence.
double isolation play with Cocoon and
Yeah,
Cocoon and Disc.
you can turn any 5v5 into a 3v5. That sounds kind of fun.
Seems fair, even.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Now, blue team wants a pick here, or they
Yeah,
want to
blue
leave
team needs
immediately.
to find the hook, and they have
Looks
about
like
a
blue
second to
team
do it. They don't, so we are
is
going to
gonna
see
play
the
this.
disc come out, and Cocoon. There's the disc now onto Stitches. Blaze is going to do what he can. There's the Crushing Jaws, barely finds Stitches. He's a big boy. And he's going to go down again. They're still that full level behind. That's the XP call out, almost 11.5 now. A level and a half now. And that's going to be another 4 shots over to the side of Start Slow.
We should see this this tower go down. We should see that happen here in a moment.
Yeah. An Uberak Beetle's going to help out.
Very surprised to see blue team fight that. But
yeah, it was funky. They weren't super close to level 10, and they kind of walked up to about here to fight that when they have a hero that throws a hook.
Yeah. Yeah, we do have 10s coming in now. We have the Gorge, we have Bunker, we have, you know, pretty much everything that you'd expect.
Things you expect. Now, I mentioned I'm bad at the game, so I play a different Tracer level 10 if I ever have to do that. So I get the longer range and I can actually hit a bomb. Solian.
I mean, I've seen a lot of Quantum Spike and a lot of Pulse rounds recently, and just a lot of the replays I've been watching. So, I mean, I'd say those are probably both the like two alt choices you're probably picking on the Tracer, anyways.
Hanzo
we do see Hanzo finishing
his level
quest.
1, so he's going to get a little bit more damage. This is the tough part about Towers of Doom. You just get stuck here. You're a level down, so you just got to keep looking for these hooks. That's the good thing about having the Stitches. It means Gen M is still in the game, despite what it looks like.
The levels are 11 to 12, both about a quarter/a-half through. Just for you, Honey Badger.
Yeah, level 13s are going to be approaching for the side of wow.
This is a double alter phase, and red team having control of that bot lane makes this extremely difficult for blue team to have anything. They will get the bot one without any contest.
As well, Solian is going to find
all of the blinks from Solian.
And it looks like we are going to have a bit of a bit of indecision over this camp here. Uberak dives in, misses both stuns, so that's positive. That's been their real kill setup. Stitch is taking so much damage, and the Ancestral comes out not in time.
Do you see that disc landing on the Hanzo?
Yeah, disc landing after Stitches dies is scary.
And
Hanzo is going to go down as well.
He got fisted, bro.
Throws himself over the wall to let his team get out. Looking pretty clean for Start Slow, who has their level 13s. They've got Spell Power coming in for Yrel. Some more of these Blink talents for Maev that I don't... that one gives armor.
It's fine. It's fine. It's good. Keep on grooving, dog.
And we're going to see more filthy resets for Stukov at level 13, who's going to do it from a screen and a half away, and everyone's going to love it.
Oh, this is a really bad...
Stukov, but so does the Cocoon. And they're just going to turn this one right around. Patience not getting
Patience
another
dies.
time. The damage just comes out really fast from this comp.
I'm very curious to see that Psycho decided to go for the full W build, especially at level 4, instead of opting into wave clear, but they're very lacking wave clear.
I like, unless you're going to get up to that boss at some point, the level 4...
Did I say Solian? I meant Psycho.
The Q would be a little bit more useful. As we see the same combo onto Stitches, he's going to go down again. They are farming.
Is that going to be 3 shots? That is all 3, I think. Yes. Things are starting to look a little bit dire on the side of the blue side.
You want the silver lining?
However, give me the silver lining.
The Stitches comp just hit level 13, so he has the range on his hook now. Blaze getting bullied here by 2, but he's going to be just fine. Lou taking an aggressive position here.
Let me give you the non-silver lining.
Okay.
Red team has a Cocoon.
Okay. You've got me there. But if Stitches is so far away that he's not in Cocoon range,
Then that's
They've got
probably
him.
on the Anubrax.
Um,
I think the Anubrax
yes.
inting at that point.
Those shots are going to come out. 5 more from the side of Start Slow, who are approaching their level 16s. Gen M only at level 14.
So
Yeah,
two-level
you can
advantage,
see.
essentially.
Yeah, 11 kills to 0. This is a ruthless comp. I think some of the heroes we've seen in this comp are not going to be seen in the next game. Because we've got a best of 5. Isn't that fun?
I love best of 5s. We do see Epicenter, Super Strain, Lurking Terror, Vengeful Knives, and Templar's Verdict. So
Lurking Terror, that's a neat one. I feel like we don't see that a ton. The hook does come out onto Nubrak, who gets the burrow charge away. There it is.
Pretty sure
There's
that is
Lurking
something that Shadow Droid has played every time they've gotten Orpheus so far. They've played the E-build into Lurking Terror so far.
Production actually didn't let me know during game 1, so.
Yeah, so I did.
Oh.
I'm co-caster now, right? I'm not production. Production
Promoted.
definitely did. Promoted.
Stitches lands the hook onto the.
Fox is currently dancing in defiance.
Dancing. He's got his little crack out.
You know,
this is really like
that's
a
actually
demoralizing map when you're in this position. It sucks.
They're just. I mean, in this situation, this is a game-ending situation for the blue team right now. They have to figure out how to either get this tower back or play all 3.
Yeah.
Or
and they
2
don't
of them.
have
They have to
the
play 2 of them
range to get this tower back. Hanzo can throw a Q every 4 seconds. But there's still the talent tier down.
However, if the red team had been prepping, they could have done double. Oh.
Yeah. There's the cocoon. We're gonna see Tracer do a little bit of invade here. There's a lot going on. Fox is gonna go down to this combo.
They will get bottom.
Not. Fox is gonna take this combo to the face again. He is gonna go down, and we're gonna see the fight here. Yrel still has Ardent Defender, so there's a lot that can happen. So banning Ariel next game. The reset's coming out from Lou again and again. I don't think we'll be getting a 4th game in a row.
Oh, we could see the.
This. It's all Gen M can do. The cocoon comes out, so they're 3v5 now. An arrow comes out just to stall it out and keep their hopes alive.
Does look like Lou might go down.
Get their first
Does
kill?
not look that
they
way.
Get no first kill, and Lou's gonna have a silence when they come out of this.
And that looks like that will be game number 3 going
game.
over to Start Slow and Taper Off.
Not quite the ace, but they're just gonna get that going down, and we are gonna move on to game number 4. All right.
I will say, I think blue team underestimated how effective this Maiev Anubrak can be.
Yeah.
Throw in that Stukov, that tried and true Stukov, which has shown up every game and has performed every game. Might see a pivot in bans.
I think I'd like to see that. I think I'd like to see the Stukov gone. I mean, it's fun to watch Lou play it. Plays it really well. But make him do other things. Make him do another dance, you know?
Yeah, scary guy. Scary guy.
What stands out to you in these stats? There's something that stands out to me.
How about the 0 to 16?
Yeah, I was seeing some bagels there.
Yeah. Some bagels. That's funny.
Some bagels.
I think what blue team wanted to accomplish with their composition, red team was able to predict and play around it very safely. They didn't have to sacrifice as much as blue team was having to sacrifice or forced to sacrifice in those situations. There was no fallback. There was no fallback on the blue team. If Stitches gets dove without Blaze there's nothing to back him up.
Yeah, and
extra
there's no
CC,
range
no
to
extra
get a tower back.
Yeah, well, no, not even just range, no siege whatsoever. They had Hanzo Tracer, and Hanzo wasn't even wave clear. He was purely like boss take, camp clear, blah blah blah.
And they didn't get it.
I think they lost too much in the early game, and they're gonna go into a game 4 either angry and hopefully, showing some fire like they did in games 1 and 2. Because I'd love to see a game 5. I don't know about you.
Yeah, game 5 sounds great.
Yeah. I'll turn off my audio again so I can get real.
I have had to be real the entire time, and I think people are sick of it. All right, what if we
People
workshop
love
some? What if we workshopped this overlay thing? I don't think there's a fix for this without.
Slow and steady wins the race, or start slow. Don't taper off.
Yeah, I didn't get a ton of tapering off that game, did we? We saw a little bit. We thought we saw some in game 2 on Garden, but they kind of made up for not taking the core initially there by just running Towers of Doom. Oh, my overlay did do something weird. Did my overlay do something weird? Or
Doom has already been played. Thank you, Honey Badger. I can tell you, Caster Prime has not figured that out yet.
what do you mean?
we played. Look at your overlay real quick. We played 2 Towers of Doom games.
I don't know what you're talking about. My overlay is showing Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Dude, you want me to take a screenshot real quick?
I don't know what you're talking about. I can show you. I can share my screen.
That game 1 on Towers of Doom was a real big winner. Love to see it. Glad we got to see game 3 Towers of Doom as well.
There's now a game 4, and I bet you won't guess what map we're going to.
I didn't just guess it. I just said
it's Towers of Doom.
Wait a minute.
No, we're gonna go to Dragonshire. A fun one, pretty rotation heavy, and it was picked by Start Slow. I think it's a map that both teams like, though, as you know, was discussed in our pre-production meeting.
Yeah, both teams like it. They seem to have an affinity towards playing on the map, based on what I've seen throughout the season. We could very well see. Well, no. They banned it. They banned it last game. We're not going to see that Zagara coming back. Especially
I don't
not
think
on
so.
This map.
It's a favorite. Gen M is first pick, though, so we might see that Junkrat. And it opens up a ban slot for a certain Admiral.
Well, that's not going to happen. We're going to see an Ariel ban instead. But either way, this is game 4. We're on D-Shire. We're going to see something. We're going to see if blue team has what it takes to pull it back together, go to a game 5, or if Start Slow and then taper off is going to go for a 3-1 in the playoffs.
I'm hoping for a game 5. It means things get more fun. Teams have to get more creative. Everyone gets a little bit sweatier.
Are you saying you're not already sweaty?
Oh, I've been sweaty since 40 minutes before the cast started. Really, like 2 hours before the cast started. Gym, right? I was at the gym.
Okay.
And then I got back. I thought the game was an hour after it was. I'm batting 1,000 today. But it looks like these teams are ready, and we are ready. Chat's calling out a Stukov ban would be smart, and so I'm looking forward to an Ariel ban.
I think a Stukov. I think a Stukov ban would be absolutely the play, given the D-Shire map. They want to play these corridors. They want to play these objectives. We've already seen from Start Slow, then taper off the Maya of the Stukov, the Orphea, right? You don't want to be stuck in a back alley against those things. Nope. However, that Junkrat coming through, what do you think Star Slow is going to ban? 100% the Zagara, right? 100%. That they banned that last game.
Yeah, they banned the Zagara again, and you banned the Dahaka, right? They've stuck with it. Well, it's a Gen M favorite. Though? I guess you're like we're up. You
could play the Dahaka. You could play to have them have the Dahaka, and you could just play the map at that point. You don't have to all in on the bot lane.
Yeah, because if you give over the Junkrat, you're kind of giving over some of that control of the bot lane, and we're into draft.
To my knowledge, I think we have seen Solian or a Battle, whatever the hell his name is. We have seen him pull out a Genji on this map before, and he's had pretty good success with it.
Now, I do think that was with a Kel'Thuzad.
With a Kel'Thuzad, yeah. With
Psycho's Kel'Thuzad. We do see the Imperius. It's back.
Yeah. We gotta work on our words here, bro. Like, No, I'm joking.
We're just on the
So
same
this is-
wavelength.
Yeah, we're on the same wave. We're speaking the same thing.
That's the great thing about
So-
me being on several different wavelengths at once.
So
There
there's
is the Zagara ban. They've seen that is
We-
part of Gen M's
Give
formula.
us the Stukov. Come on. Either you're taking the
I
Stukov
can't
or you're
look.
banning
I
it.
can't look. No.
It's got to be a first pick. Stukov, and you're letting the Junkrat
But you give
through,
up the
right?
Junkrat.
There's
Junkrat
no way
gets a
you let
lot
Lou
of
have
value
Stukov.
into a fourth time in a row.
I think Junkrat's really, really good on this map. He's probably one of the best bot lane anchors. Just baseline.
Get rid of the
They
Johanna,
are going
so
to let.
Dahaka
Ooh,
is
I
up
like
as well.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Everyone
a very
has
smart
something they
ban.
want. So you take Stukov, or you giving up Dahaka Junkrat?
That'd be an insane thing. I think we definitely want to see Stukov here. Stukov or Junkrat are the one of the two that we want to see here.
Mm-hmm. And we see the
So
Junkrat.
we do see the Junkrat, which means we're probably going to see if they are going to take it, they're taking Dahaka here with the Stukov.
Yeah.
That's just that's what it's going to be.
Dahaka Stukov. There it
easy.
is.
So we're probably going to expect either a Rhaegar or a Brightwing pickup on the blue side, along with probably a Nubrak. You probably want to take a Nubrak with how things have been going recently. Gives you a little bit
you
more
at least deny it.
agency.
You can ban it out in the third slot. They just replace it with something else.
You either take a Nubrak or you don't take a tank here and you ban tank.
You take the Anumbrak and you take a
Easy.
Hogger.
Easy. The Hogger is interesting.
I'm a Hogger enthusiast. I like to hog wildly.
I think Hogger is awesome. What is this third ban? This is 100% going to be healer. So are they going to ban the Brightwing and shoehorn them into the
Brightwing?
Rhaegar?
I think Brightwing offers more value into Stukov than Rhaegar. Like we saw
I
kind of run over
yeah.
the Rhaegar. So I think you get rid of the Brightwing.
Of what Gen M does play, yeah.
And they say no Rhaegar. That's interesting.
I would expect the Brightwing cleanse to be significantly stronger than the
the cleanse
especially with the Anubrak
and the
pickup
CC
on the enemy team.
The CC you get
alternatively,
from Brightwing is more useful.
D-Shire could be having D-Shire. We do see the Zeratul.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
They're not going to deal with Zeratul.
But they could have. Just imagine Psycho having to deal with the Zeratul again.
Well, here's a thought. What if we got crazy?
Mm-hmm.
It's a main tank Dahaka for start slow, and they pick up a Brightwing for the offlane.
So
no?
So probably no.
Probably
with that
not.
statement.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably no.
Mm-hmm.
This is Brightwing 100%.
Yeah.
And then you have Sullian. So you could go for something like the KTZ like they've done in the past.
Gives you
you probably want something with a little bit more safety. Like they could go for that Genji with the Junkrat. They could go for the dive all in. Junkrat would be the only one left behind. I guess we'll see. Could be something boring like Tychus, and it's the Genji.
It's a Genji.
Okay, cool.
I think I like that.
Yeah. I think it's a safe pick. And that is such a good fucking
I like
pick.
that. I was wondering what it was going to be. I know Xenochrist likes Muradin a good amount, like CTC a good amount. Anubrak kind of his go-to. I like the Uther a lot.
I think with the Uther pick, we are more likely to see the Cage than we are to see Disc.
Yeah,
with that potential of plus the Tassadar. You remember how Shadow Droid did on Garden of Terror with those black holes? Pretty much single. Well, I guess you didn't. You couldn't hear production at the time, but yeah, like
I could hear production. I was ignoring production because I was overstimulated. And we are in the game.
Hey, yo, Greek, one sec. Fuck you. In the red trunks, we have 0 Day on Dahaka, Shadow Droid on Tassadar, Crispy on Maiev, Lou on Stukov, and Xenochrist repping the Uther.
On the blue side, we have fighting for their lives in the tournament. Gen M Esports, Infofox playing Anubrak, taken away from the red team. Psycho playing Junkrat. Majesty playing Hogger, getting innovative this time, not on the Blaze. Patience back on Brightwing, super comfortable there. And Sullian on Genji. Alright, who you got?
I am just very excited. We are going to get the Hammer of the Lightbringer from Uther going to the auto attack quest.
That's a cop out
Could
answer.
even. Ooh, what's up?
That's a
Who do I
cop-out
got?
answer. Yeah, who do you got?
What do you mean?
Who do you got?
What do you? Oh, who do I got winning?
Yeah, put your money down. A tongue onto Genji
probably
really fast. That's going to be the,
the dead,
silence out
the
for
not
Blue.
dead Genji.
And
The
that's
not
going
dead
to be
Genji.
a 1 kill to start. Is Anubrak going to get away? Anubrak is going to get away just barely.
That was a
but
really
that's
good tongue from Zero Day Attack. Great follow up from Lou and Xenochrist there with the CC
Yeah.
to secure the kills. We are going to see Regeneration Master coming in from the Anubrak, so he might go in for something different on his 4 and 7. Very likely the Cocoon still.
Yeah, as Start Slow finds level 2, Gen M still level 1. We see pretty standard across the board. I think the Regeneration Master kind of sticks out as the most interesting. The stun comes out from Uther, but Anubrak is just going to waddle away on his little beetle legs.
You know what would have been a
teams are
fun
gonna
thing to
scrap it out.
watch this game?
The
Majesty
offlane.
pulling out like the Lili or the Morales offlane this game would have been pretty hype.
I mean, Lili into Maiev is free. You blind her before she can get the tether off. We see a good amount of CC coming onto Uther. Interfox kind of walks away before deciding to go for the dive, and Uther's going to walk right off. I'm a big Lili believer. I think Lili's the best hero in the game, regardless of role.
I still remember scrimming you and you still hovering the Lili after getting told no multiple times.
You know, if you never try, you'll never know.
Really
Mine
good
does
combo
come
onto
out
Xenochrist.
Uther, looking really good. Gets the stun onto the Anubrak and it's going to walk away. Z onto Anubrak is going to help.
Nope,
secure
that will
this
be a kill.
So we see full control of these.
That came in at a really good time as
shrines.
well, as Red Team just got their 4s.
Yeah, and so Zero Day is going to have to do a little bit of guarding over here.
We are going to see... Never mind. I already lost my train of thought. I believe in you.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Hogger's gonna
we
pick
do
up
see
this
Taste for
camp.
Explosions at level 4 from the Junkrat.
Interesting.
Which
that
always
Q quest
excites
kinda
me.
Stacking up a bit, getting a little bit more pokey. Maiev walks into a trap and is going to get the Vault of the Wardens before Anubrak can get the stun. Now we do actually see Electric Fence coming out this time. We didn't see that in the last game. Another great mine from Psycho onto Shadow Droid. They're going to retake this bottom control. They don't have the mid lane control. Dahaka getting harassed by Genji up here while Majesty takes that camp. Sort of the option of we have Shrine control, we can do what we want on the map. Doesn't have to take the objective. What's going on? Holy Shock from Uther at level 4. Now that got some changes. I didn't entirely understand them. Tassar walling off his own Maiev for getting the tether. It's going to take a little bit of damage, and Dahaka is going to go down in the top lane. Because I forgot the top lane existed. Object
And
permanence
nobody
is a
will
hell
die
of
in
a
the
thing.
bot lane. Nobody dies in the bot lane, which
Nobody
means no
dies in the bot
return
lane,
kill.
so Gen M getting kind of good value out of the 3d4.
Plus,
Junkrat,
Majesty
baby.
is getting that entire wall topside. That
Yeah,
entire wall is gone.
he's
It's
doing
going to be
a lot
falling
over
here in a
here.
moment.
He's still got
We are
his
going to
camp
see 7s
pushing.
coming in.
We do see level
Majesty
6 to
could
level
be in
6.
danger.
Starts so
It
trolling.
is a
not
Hogger.
banning
I don't know
jump.
why I would think so.
And we see
Kinda
double
true.
Shrine
That
control.
ban.
Yeah, and Gen M once again saying we don't need to take the objective with this. We can if they're going to let us have it, but we can take another camp.
I mean,
as they
Blue is
maintain
in
this
every
control.
position to just hold top and bot right now, but it looks
Yeah.
like Blue is going to give up. Or not, because Zero Day is just going to hold him on point.
That's
This
the
is
thing
an
about this
interesting
map. There's things
situation.
going on everywhere. And Zero Day is gonna hold the point there, but he's taking a lot of damage to do it. I think he
That
touches
is
top
not a
misses.
matchup
Okay, so-
that he is going to win. We do see Garbage Fire coming in again at level 7,
Yeah,
likely to see the
Dahaka's still
Hortipult
taking
once
more
again.
damage. Genji's not up there to wreck
Really
it this
big.
time.
True.
And
It is
it's
going to be
back
that
double
E-build
portal control.
from Anubrak.
Yeah, getting some range on that to engage from further away, some shielding on that to hopefully survive when he goes in, and it's working for him so far. Uther walking up for a stun, Dahaka getting at least the half channel. Anubrak does have an E to get away here, right? He does, and that
Yeah.
range gets him over the wall.
That is not enough.
That's a really good tether.
Plus that said, not enough.
We're past level 7,
Hey-
but that's going to be a double kill on the bottom lane.
Yeah, that
But
polymorph
it's
killed
also going to be a
patience.
trade up here.
Well, 1 for 2. Blue team is still just slightly ahead. Oh, wait, for Honey Badger. Level 9 to level 8, about 90% to about 20%. I'll let you figure out which one is which.
I think that making my chat do math should be illegal.
Fuck you and your chat. I don't know, man.
No,
You
that's
want from
fair. That's fair. That's unfortunately been how I've treated my chat tonight.
That might be a dead. Oh no,
Might
that is
be
a dead
heal comes out, and
hogger.
it's actually a dead hogger.
Yeah, you're not
Another
looking where
mine
the
comes out.
action is again.
There's action everywhere. We love Dragonshire.
We are going to see blue team getting control of bot again, while red team does go ahead and grab top.
Yep. And
So
then
they
we'll
won't
get
have any
some-
worry about losing the DK mid.
Yep. Some
Any
XP denial
alts that
here as
were
both teams
sure.
find level 10.
So we see the Archon,
Archon
actually.
this
So we
time.
see, yeah, Archon. We do see the disc, and we have swipe.
Yeah. Why?
Divine Storm. I'm so invested now. I want Xenochrist to hit like a 4 or 5 man D Storm. I need it to happen in my soul.
Why do we have the Archon here instead of Black Hole?
So-
They've got this fun kind of wombo.
So what I'm thinking is it's a self-preservation type of pick, right? You play the Archon, you can play more aggro with it. You're a
Yep.
little bit safer into the Genji. You don't really have to worry about getting peeled as much. It gives you a little bit more sustain, safety, happiness, love.
Cocoon comes
I don't
out
know.
onto Uther as
Hold
they're
on to
going to
it.
go onto Tassadar in the bottom lane here. Who can just press W and get Uther out of the Cocoon for free. Riptire does a chunk of damage. but
Disc
they've got
does
two
miss.
healers. This does miss. Genji is going to need this this heal as the silence doesn't find ton. Kind of a rare silence miss for Lu. Xenochrist taking more damage from the Genji as the X-Strike comes out, but he can just Swift Strike out because he's Genji. Zero Day really wants the tongue here. Hogger's just going to look for top lane value, thinking his team is out, and it takes him a while to walk down.
It's only taking a lot of damage there.
Yeah, but it looks like Janem is going to survive through another disadvantaged fight. And it looks like experience has evened out. You know, for a little bit, Start Slow had a bit of an advantage, but things are evened out here, and Hogger is going to take a lot of this top fort. As we're still on our first Dragon Knight of the game.
Yeah, I mean, the first Dragon Knight really doesn't matter half the time. We do see that top fort on red side essentially sitting at like 15-20%.
Very
That
low.
is
Fox taking a lot of damage here. Battle's going to have to come in and Genji peel.
That is a dead
as the
Junkrat.
last minute tether pulls Junkrat back into the puddle, and he goes down 5 kills to 3 in favor of 6 kills to 3 in favor of Start Slow, then taper off.
I would love to see a rotation from blue team to top. There's nothing they can do to defend this anymore if they stay any longer.
So a bit of
These
a,
should, yeah.
let's use our global
I mean,
to kill their global. This fort's gonna go
Dahaka
down.
never, yeah, Dahaka will never lose. Will never win that matchup.
Yeah.
So
Instead, they're gonna find this camp as the red team takes out the blue team's camp.
yeah, consolation prize for getting 2 picks and a fort.
And a handy experience lead to the side of Start Slow. Kind of for the first
We
time.
do have 13s.
All game.
Yeah.
That safety in the Shadow Walk for Tassadar, more blinking for Maiev, and the infamous resets. You've seen those do a lot.
Looks like
this game.
Red team is prepping for that DK
red
here.
team is just about guaranteed this Dragon Knight. Lu
And
commits the swipes
Swipe
to
guarantees it. Yeah. They are likely to use the rest of this, like this DK, to open up the rest of the map.
Yeah.
And just keep blue team completely drowned in passive pressure.
Yep.
Would be my guess.
Yeah.
We do see the Cocoon.
Cocoon comes out onto Uther as the Tassadar on the Dragon Knight is in pretty deep here. Another disc misses. Solian comes out, gets double stunned by Uther, gets protected for a second, and he's gonna just X-Strike his way out as right wing gets
A
kicked
whole lot of
away.
ults going out for what I would argue is no gain.
Yeah.
I guess the gain being no one's dead, right?
Yeah.
So that's
you can't
cool.
use it in HOTS 3.0.
Oh wait, hold on. Honey Badger, 13 to 14 is the XP right now, about 10% versus about 70. Got you, man. Back to the game. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna spend the next 4 minutes opining on Brightwing's level 13 Pixie power, faster cooldown on the Pixie Dust, and more spell armor.
I guess we are a little afraid of that Tassadar damage mixed in with that Maya cleave, right?
Yeah.
Especially when they are trying to keep Psycho alive in order to dump out that damage going into that Q at level 4, Q at 13.
You could just give him
Great
heals,
engage.
they're
Dead Fox.
quick engage, Dead Fox, and
That is going to
disc onto
resort.
the Brightwing.
Yeah.
The
No, they're
silence
dead.
could be really rough here for Brightwing, and that's going to be Brightwing going down 8 kills to 3. In a while since we've seen a kill for the blue team.
Yeah. If nothing
Well.
else, we're seeing a lot of life from the team in this game versus last game. So
Yeah.
they are not wanting to lose this game.
They've gotten more kills than last game. They want to stay in this. They want to move on to semifinal. They want to move on to game 5 before they can think about semifinals.
More kills by 3, some might even say.
More kills by 3. That is an infinite percentage increase. Junkrat getting those Q stacks.
We do see 16s coming in for the red side.
Yeah.
And
they've got that level advantage again. We've got Tunneling Claws for Dahaka. Super Strain for Stukov. I like this into Nubarak a lot. You get good value out of it. And we don't have Benediction from Luther.
Yeah, I'm very interested in Beacon of Light here.
Yeah.
I understand it. I do with the Holy Shock. I really do. I'm not sure that I think it's better than Benediction, but hey, he might have, that extra sustain might buy him an extra life in these fights.
Another Cocoon comes out onto Uther, but Tassadar is going to rip it. Lou is going to
really
use the
good
silence on it, so I hope they can find the kill, but on the backside, Junkrat's the silence, and Lou goes down first kill in a while for the blue team. Mad's taking a lot of damage, though. He needs to kind of get some health. Let's
talk about those fancy moves from Psycho there that allowed him to survive a disc into ISO and Tongue from the Dahaka. Very fancy moves.
Are they going to keep the pressure up and find the kill onto Tassadar? It looks like they are.
Yeah.
Sacrificing a lot of health from Majesty to do it, and Fox might get tethered back in. Doesn't have a burrow charge to get out. Benediction would do a lot, though. Look at the resets.
That is true. That is true. That Maiev is just pummeling. We do see endless nades coming in from the Junkrat, so we are going to see just a dump of damage. You guys never call out talent advantages in fights. You're right.
You got me there.
That's true. That's true. I did that a lot when you couldn't hear me before, but
you have no
you can
proof.
Hear me now. So
there's no proof that you were doing that.
Exactly, which means my word is my own law.
Blue team taking their control again, so those kills really stabilize.
Cocoon does come out onto the Stukov.
Stukov this time, and they're going to say, "Fine, we take one away from you then." And that
this
is
could be a dead Stukov.
That freezes you. And the X strike is almost going to secure the kill. Divine Storm doesn't find Genji either, and things are picking up. Crispy with the resets is going crazy, and that could be a dead Maiev. And looks like here we go.
So blue team is starting to snowball. It is pretty much going to be 18-18 in a moment.
Yeah,
even talent here.
Just about 18.
We do see that top lane has not fallen yet. Mid is about even.
There's been a few times when red team was pressuring on the bottom side of the map that I thought Majesty was going to have the time to go get it, and didn't.
He's been prioritizing lane XP over everything.
Has kept them in. A ton comes out onto Hogger, but he's going to keep walking at Dahaka, and it's going to be
that will be blue team getting that TK.
Yeah. And I was going to say Battle's had enough and is taking the top 4, and then he changed his mind. So they're going to open up the mid lane a little bit. I wonder if it's sort of like it's all but guaranteed to go down eventually, so we might as well.
Oh no, they're going to keep Hogger up there to take it down while they do this. So mid is going to fall. They did just get bot. This should, with passive XP coming in here in a little bit, they will reach level 19,
tip over to 19
a little bit quicker.
This is back in the hands of Gen M, just barely.
Bulk of the Wardens is used. Nothing really. Has he been tanking both of these towers the entire time?
I think so.
Solian.
Yeah.
Solian.
Dragon Knight is going to go down,
he should
and he's going to use that little stun to just swift strike his way out. As there's level 19 for both teams. But about 20% of the way to level 20 for Gen M, and 12.5% for Start Slow. How's my math?
Sure.
Cool.
Probably.
Cool.
Honey Badger will be happy with you. That's all that matters.
And that's who I'm doing this for.
That's true. That's true. I'm very excited to see these level 20s coming in here soon. Right? You go for the Divine Storm. It's impossible not to go Divine Hurricane.
Yeah.
Impossible. Like, you could go Redemption. But Divine Hurricane is just an incredible upgrade.
Yeah, you get so much
Along
extra
with-
stun value.
Yeah. Do you think we'll see quicker dig, or do you think we'll see probably Contagion?
I think
From the
Contagion.
Dahaka.
The fights have been kind of grouped up, chaotic, and so I think
Level
just
20s
getting
are in for the
for
blue
Gen
team.
M, yeah. And what are we gonna see? We see the X Strike
And for
reset
both teams now.
for both teams. It's pretty quick, and we do see Contagion. We see the force barrier, so more walls coming up.
So I get it. I'm very interested to see how much effect it will have this game. The cannonball instead of the extra oomph.
Yeah, I
So
guess you
I'm very
kind of
interested in
committed
it.
to that Q, so
I think
your
if nothing
value.
else, it's going to continue to put in
Yeah.
a
Looks like
crap ton of damage.
we're gonna come kill Dahaka. The stun doesn't hit. His essence goes off. He gets
He's
the
dead.
dig, but it
He's
looks
gone.
like he's gonna go down here.
Yeah. He's meeting with God.
Yep.
He's doing it in slow motion
How
though.
much you want to bet Tass doesn't stack his Q? He's
Um,
got 2 more to go. He's got 2 more to go. He's got this.
he'll stack it. He'll stack it.
I believe.
He'll stack it on you if nothing else.
Um,
And you're not even in the game.
drop me in. 6th man. I'll play for both
We'll
teams.
get him his Q.
Looks like we're gonna see a quick Dragon Knight over to the side of Gen M here for Dragon Knight number 3.
And for Fox
Fox is gonna boot
perfectly
Scoot
safe.
and Boogie his way out. We do
Boot,
see
Scoot,
Divine
Boogie.
Hurricane.
I love that.
Love old boot Scoot and Boogie.
I love that. So this will be mid keep going down.
Yep.
Like the burn on blue team is not there.
There's-
Plus the Dahaka being down.
Stun comes
A
out
lot
of the
being
Shadow
used.
Droid, but there's Lou. Extra oomph would have gotten him, I think, a full reset there.
Did he hit 4 people?
I think he had 3, and that's all you need.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't play the character. I'm an offlaner, so I don't know. So that is keep going down. Bot wave is pushed out, so
Yeah,
they could
Yeah, so not a ton of options for them, really.
they could just use this time with everyone being up to just burn out some time and play lanes,
Yeah.
which might be better for blue team.
Yeah.
Rather than letting red team have that fight down. Like Majesty is currently
There's
in
the
death's
Divine
row
Hurricane,
right now.
the silence. Augur's taking a lot of damage, but a cleanse comes. No, he gets his own heal. And it looks like the silence might have saved him
Tongue
there a little
hits.
bit, or the cage might have saved him.
0
And
definitely.
it's gonna be Maya the first to go down.
Ooh.
Huge
Oh my
resets from
god, that
Genji.
is 3-0. And this
Wow,
is
that
post
went-
20 fights right now with very long death CDRs.
Yeah, that went really fast. Dragon Knight's gone down, at least, and this bottom wave is still not in their favor, so they're gonna move through this mid lane, and battle is really aggressive with these X strikes.
They are looking for game. They are looking to
They're
go
looking
to
for game.
game 5 here.
It's time to click on core, something they couldn't do in game 1.
We are in game 3 though. Game 4.
We are in game 4.
Game 7.
And it looks like they can do it better this time.
True.
Psycho keeping his level 13 up to do a little bit
This
more
should
damage.
be
4
game.
down to half.
Yeah.
This should be game. Yeah. Another
Very
Riptire,
good spacing from Gen
and we
M.
get to go to game 5. That's so fun.
Yeah. GG's.
That is going to be GG over to Gen M, and we get to see what game 5 has in store for us.
I'm so excited because I don't know what these teams have in store for any of the remaining maps, which yeah, could you remind us what those are?
in a second. Gosh, we got to talk
I'm
about
rushing
stats
you.
first. I mean, Junkrat was pumping out damage with that poke, and Solian did a chunk of damage on the Genji too. But this one was a neat one. At one point, it was 3 kills to 8. And
That's true.
It ended 11 kills.
That 8
to
remained the same.
So not Junkrat, Gen M really ran the back half of that game. They started turning things around level 13. Talent-wise, I meant to point out, but didn't because things started happening. I like this a lot, taking this cooldown reduction and extra spell armor into Fairy Protector. Brightwing can just pump out a lot of that spell armor and really negate a lot of the stuff that Tassadar's doing.
Yeah.
It's just something I find fun.
I think it's a good pivot. Bought a lot of extra space, brought a little bit more survivability to the team.
So let's talk remaining maps.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got Braxis, Infernal Shrines, and Volskaya. Which of those do you want to see?
I would love to see a Volskaya.
Me too.
That was Start Slow who lost there. So it's either they might have first pick, they might have map pick.
Yeah, we'll
I
find
don't
out.
ever believe that I see Gen M take Volskaya. I don't think they ever go there.
No, I think if Gen M has a choice here, I feel like we see Infernal Shrines from them.
Absolutely.
Fox is an Infernal Shrines hater now. He doesn't like that the Punisher doesn't jump
Well, it's very
past
simple.
the
You just
wall.
play around the Punisher a little bit better.
Yeah, or you kill the wall before the Punisher spawns.
Not even just the wall. You just kill the gate. Just kill the gate.
I'm hearing
We
skill
are
show,
going
and
to
we are going to Volskaya Foundry. It's like
and
they
we will
knew
see
it
in a
was my
second who
birthday.
got that. Okay, so it looks like Start Slow was the one who chose the map.
Aha!
That should help you with your graphic as well, which we'll clip into the NGS logo on it as well.
I don't actually know how to fix that, to be quite honest.
That's a post-production type of situation.
I think they're taking
production's production.
I think they're taking my license away after this.
However, we are on Volskaya Foundry. We are in a game 5. This is the map pick of Start Slow, then Taper Off. We saw earlier that Ariel ban. Maybe this if there's a map for it, this is one of the maps where Ariel shines the most.
This is. I played my first Storm League game in a couple months yesterday. I played Ariel. It was a 30-minute game, and I was glad when it was over.
So
I won.
proud of you.
But boy, did I make some mistakes.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to see
we did
Stukov
see
again.
I think Start Slow will probably take it. We'll probably take it no matter what, right? If you leave it up. However, something that Gen M did that really dealt or played into the Stukov or played better into the Stukov was that Anubrak. Like going into that early Anubrak to help deal with that lockdown from the red team.
Yeah.
Bought a lot of space for Gen M, plus allowing Solian /Battle Solian to really put in the work there and not get stuck in one spot and get just kind of slammed down. I think the Zagara is absolutely still banned, of course. The Imperius, we're going to see that. That's, those are tried and true. Maybe the Ariel. Wait, has this team ever played Cho'Gall? I haven't done my homework. I'm assuming, yeah.
Start Slow, I don't actually know.
Okay.
ChatGPT
let's
didn't tell
assume
me.
they don't. Oh, ChatGPT.
ChatGPT does my scouting.
Okay, huge.
I'm kidding, sort of.
You're not. I know.
I wasn't in charge of scouting.
However, we have seen. I think if they let it through again, we might see a pivot into from the alts of Start Slow. They might play that TAS again. This is an amazing map for it. They might go that black hole. They have a lot of point control. This is another thing where Gen M also performs with the Deckard as well.
Yeah, I love a Deckard. Patience loves a
control.
Deckard. So it would be really fun to see it come out. As long
this
as
is going to be the Imperius.
Yeah, here comes the Imperius ban. As long as you yell rubies before you hit rubies, it's GG. It's GG go next.
That's true. Even if you're using it on a minion wave,
And there is the Imperius again.
So this should
that's
be
why you take
either
Sapphire.
This should be
Sapphire for wave clear.
You're right. You're not going to get dad jokes from me, Coffin. Not happening. That's what Greek's here for. We do see the Zagara. Those are the tried and true bans. So probably the Ariel, right? They have banned it pretty much every game, right? If not every game.
They have, and they seem to have cracked the Stukov code. So it's Zeratul.
Ooh, wait a second.
Maybe they're saying, take it.
Go the Ariel?
Take it so we don't have to deal with that Stukov.
Yeah. This is a good map for Garrosh. That is something that we've seen InfoFox have a affinity for in the past.
Yep.
They are going
to ban the Stukov. They're calling the bluff.
That's interesting.
They say,
so we're going to see probably blue team either taking Junkrat or taking... Yeah, okay.
Junkrat right away.
What else would it
be? I think it's the hero of the series for these teams. Both teams love it.
I think if we see something like a Blaze or a Yrel or Hogger even, those are really good picks that I would love to see from that offlane. Yeah. See the Rhaegar.
The Rhaegar.
I'm curious about the Rhaegar.
I'm kind of a Rhaegar doubter.
I don't think I like it on the map versus what they've shown to play. But at the same time, who knows? They definitely have a plan. Those were fast picks.
Yeah, those were
We are going to see
speedy.
Gen M with their 2-3 here in a second.
Yeah.
This is likely a tank, likely a
Likely
healer.
a tank and a healer.
Probably not. I don't think they go tank here. It might be healer off lane.
If they want the Johanna, it's going to be the
Healer
Deckard.
off lane. I'm very curious about the Dahaka. I mean, the Dahaka into the Augur that we saw in the last matchup didn't do too well.
No.
Curious to run that back. They could have gone for something like a Leoric that would have shown a little bit more sustain, a little bit more trade in the off lane. Curious what these third bands are going to be though.
Now walk with me.
Okay, I'm walking.
It's not an
actually in a
off lane
wheelchair, so
Dahaka.
I'll roll with you.
All right, roll with me.
Okay,
It's not an off lane Dahaka.
Okay, so if it's not an off lane Dahaka,
It's not going to be an
and
off lane
it does,
Johanna.
I can tell you that for sure. So it's likely going to be, we might see the Blaze picked up from Infofox then, and then a swap from Dahak from Maj and Infofox.
Yeah. Do we see
This is something they've
Maiev
shown
gotten
before.
rid of here? Maiev was still scary last game.
I think if you see Hogger Rhaegar, you ban Maiev here.
Mm-hmm. Knife mommy.
It's clear that they want to engage. They want to be the aggressor. A Nubrak. Okay.
Another aggressive engage option.
Sensible one, yeah. Ooh, could see something like Imperial Maiev here. Something they've played before already.
They've played those two together?
That'd be a very dangerous thing. I don't know if they've played it before, but they played the Maiev and
those both kind of have a crispy vibe.
I mean, you just play that in the tank.
I think they played
Tyrael
against my team, and it's a Stitches.
So I'm glad to see that we have immediate follow-up for the Stitches hook. I'm very confused.
Kidnap time.
So
they know they have a healer, right?
They know that. So this is Bloodlust, 100%. At this point, it's Bloodlust. Maybe it's auto attack Anduin, auto attack it in. What is so Blaze? Are we certain this is Dahaka main tank?
No,
it's not.
I'm not certain of anything
Garrosh
anymore. There's an Anduin who I don't tend to think of as a double support healer.
Tychus?
Tychus Tyrael.
So I like the Tyrael adaptation.
Like Tyrael
it is going to be Dahaka in the offlane. Yeah, I like the Tychus.
Vala? You need something like a Vala here.
Could be a Greymane. Vala would be fine. Like, there's no dive from the blue team.
Maybe Sylvanas.
Other than Tyrael. So,
Vala.
yeah, Vala. Okay. So, I don't know how to feel about this.
I don't like it.
But I'm invested, I like both teams. I think I like Blues a little bit better because it's a little bit more generic. However, I am excited to see if this red composition can get some ground.
Yeah, I'll say I'm not a huge fan of Tyrael and Tychus together either.
That's understandable.
I feel like Tychus ends up having to use his little scoot, his dash to kind of get to where Tyrael wants him to be hitting people. And once he's in,
one wants to dive, right? One wants to dive, the other wants to die.
Yep.
So, however, despite the amazing conversation we've been definitely not having, we are going to see over here on the red side in those wonderful trunks.
Someone just
0 day
me with 21 viewers.
That's hype.
That's wild.
Alpaca man.
Sorry to those people.
So we do see 0 day on Hogger, Crispy on Stitches, Lou on Rhaegar, not running back, that's Stukov, Shadow Droid on Anduin, and Xenochrist on Vala.
And with a more standard comp on the left side, we have Gen M with Fox on Tyrael, Psycho on Junkrat, Majesty on Dahaka, Patience on the Deckard, we called it early, and Sullian on Tychus.
So we're definitely likely to see, not definitely likely, we are likely to see Emerald at 7 coming in from the Deckard.
Yeah, you've got two healers. One of them is going to throw out an Ancestral.
Plus, you look at Red Team, that is extremely survivable, right?
Yeah.
A lot of survivability, plus the double support, the Hogger.
And I'll highlight here, we do have Stormcaller, the Lightning Shield. Hook comes out onto the Haka, but there's a mine to kind of scare everyone off. Deckard hits the root. Vala gets popped in. That's kind of scary because she has gone for Greed of the Hunter.
That's just an advanced vault, if you think about it.
True. Increasing the range on the vault. Hi everyone that just got here.
Welcome.
You're in for some fun. We're in Game 5 of a playoffs game.
Very interesting. We do see blue team starting the support camp.
Yeah, really early. I think sort of betting on this double support team can't do much early. Lou goes for the bite in, just I think to try and steal.
That is going to see Lou passing away.
With his life,
And then we're
going to
see Shadow Droid
on the
as
end
well.
win, so that's 2 supports down. And 2 kills.
But I'd like to see his blue team to go for a turret invade this early after those picks.
Yeah, I'd love to see them go pick up an item, and they're gonna play it pretty.
I guess they are. Yeah, they don't want to light anyone's pants on fire. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
And Fox is gonna go keep picking up his globes because he's gone for the Ardent Restoration at level 1. So probably a more aggressive Tyrael, which is fun. I think aggression
True.
is kind of been the name of the game, the series.
That, and honestly, based on what I've seen recently, this seems to be the more standard Tyrael level 1 nowadays.
Yeah, it's what people are really
we are going Ruby, so it looks like we are playing for that level 20 perfect gems.
Yeah, I don't like to see all 3 gems thrown down. You know, I've mentioned I'm not very good at this game. It's just too many buttons for me.
You don't like pianos?
Pianos.
Okay, we do see In the Rhythm, so that's going to be exciting. And the stacking from Junkrat on the queue again.
Yeah, interesting that that Psycho's leaning towards that build. I guess not, because he took the extra wound timers. I'm really curious to see what Start Slow has cooked up here. A rough start, a slow start, you might say. But I want to see what they've got going. They've got an idea.
Yeah. For Honey Badger, it is level 6 to level 5, both pretty much 10% on the XP.
Yep. And Rhaegar is continuing into that Lightning Shield build. Vala continuing into the auto attack build. A team that's hook on
Hook does land on Solian. That will be turret being
Fox has a toy that he's not going to use. He's not going to drop the biotic emitter. Vala really wanted him there, and Vala's still full health. I feel like if Vala had another vault.
I think the patience from Fox there, the discipline to not use the biotic emitter was just correct.
Yeah.
Right? You drop both items,
toy.
And then you potentially lose the kill anyways. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
We do see blue team a little bit closer heading into 7s here in a second.
Yeah,
already having early channel on objective as well. So they will be in a prime position to re-engage post 7s here.
Yeah.
However, they might be a little late.
Junkrat going Dirty Trickster, so he wants to get hooked in and drop his grenades down. We don't have the extra at 7. Is that not Dirty Trickster?
Okay. No, so Dirty, I'm pretty sure when he gets hooked, the
it would proc
grenades drop right where he gets hooked.
So if he's melee hooked...
If he's melee hooked,
he's playing
then,
3D chess.
Yeah. Especially if he dies, you know? Because if he dies, then he's dropping double the bombs. It's incredible.
And Tyke is continuing into that grenade build. I like that build a lot. You can just press W on a wave at this point and it dies, which is nice.
We are going to see blue team, it looks like, walk away with this.
Who is going to get his Q out, and they're going to get stuck onto Stitches, and I think that's going to be the end of him. Now, if you're playing the Anduin, are you pinging the pulp cooldown right now?
Definitely. Which it was not up. It was not up, my friend.
Shows how
it was 30 seconds out from when I checked it. So, something that blue team could do, since it seems that they just want to have Vala stack off this, they're not doing anything with the objective. Just go park it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not doing
somewhere
anything
where
with
she
it.
can't hit it. You're not really using it. Instead, they're going to play Ring Around the Rosie with Rhaegar. Fox is now going to drop this
The
biotic
emitter does
here.
get used. Okay. So a bit of an overcommitment to a pick, which that didn't happen, which is fine, right? Because we got In the Rhythm. We're playing the grenade build. We're playing for just to burst that front line.
Yep.
Which
you see him clicking on Stitches.
Working.
Stitches' health bar goes down.
That's how that works half the time.
It would be really neat if it went up.
Yeah,
There's
that's
one
true.
hero that
He's
does
not a
that.
Morales though.
And I guess it's okay that Fox
true.
burned that emitter because he's gonna just come get another one. And if they need to have Majesty come in on the Dahaka, they're gonna have him do it.
Yeah, I will say a little bit a little bit interesting. We do see 10s versus 9 right now in favor of the blue team.
And are we going to get Judgment? It's got to get Judgment here, right?
I wouldn't go Judgment. I think if you go Synced, you are just infinitely safer here. Why do you go Judgment into an Anduin?
We do this for the viewers.
Well,
you know?
fuck the viewers, right?
It's for Twitch chat.
This is it's going to be Synced. It should be Synced. That is Bloodlust, as we called out earlier.
And over to that,
it is Shockwave.
Send over the side now. Booping the Stitches with Gorge into your team is interesting. A Shockwave does interrupt the sleep from Deckard, and we do have Judgment from Material and a drill from Tychus as Rhaegar goes down.
So I think that we're seeing something that I don't think Red Team understands what's happening. They are being way too aggressive in moments where they just need to take a little bit of a slower, move. And he drops the turret as well. That's a super unfortunate kill. So I guess all in all, was that 2 kills? Yeah, 2 kills over.
The Rhaegar and the Augur over. So 5 kills to 0 for the side of Gen M, who are a level and a half up. They just hit level 12, Honey Badger. And Start Slow is just about to crest into level 11.
Yeah.
What do you think about Drill here? Is it really just that we want to click on the front line?
I like Drill. Okay. I don't know exactly. So I don't know the interaction on if Drill blocks Hook. I don't know that. If it acts. But
guess.
If it does, that's cool. If it doesn't, I think it's good either way. It's an extra thing that is just going to drill into the front line, right? They went Bloodlust. They have the Shockwave. They're wanting to play forward. They're not.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see Gorge, honestly. I genuinely would have expected with their setup that they're going that they would have went Putrid Bile. Some good damage coming out.
Out onto Augur, who does get the spin away.
Yeah. Bit of a over...
Now that
Psycho hooked. And he's free. He's free to go. Shockwave is down. They are trying to put in some damage on the Tyrael right now. The
potions are right there. And Tyrael still has the biotic emitter. I imagine we'll see him use that in lane later, just for fun.
Probably, yeah, if we're lucky.
That
was actually a really good dodge. We do see the Holy Ground.
To the side of Gen M, they're going to see that's the... Okay, I don't like that. That's the stuff with the level 4. Kind of delays your healing from that.
Yeah,
that's the stuff, and in the rhythm, don't cancel each other out. They don't work super well together.
I understand the idea that you don't there's not really a whole. Yep. So this is blue team trying to push their talent tier advantage. 13s to 12 right now, while they are going for a second emitter. Believe it or not, I will choose to believe it as I can see it.
I do believe it. Hey, that hook hits at 13. If we're talking silver linings.
That's true, and that's why we're not talking silver linings. We're talking what is happening.
Silver linings.
I'm very shocked to see that blue team is actually looking to play this objective. They have talent tier advantage. They have items. They should be punishing the map by playing their. They should just invade their turret. Honestly, this should have been an early invade, post up 13s.
Yeah, instead, Hogger's going to pick that up while his team kind of holds on here and gives some points over on the objective. That maybe we'll get.
We are going to see 13s coming here.
Here it is. There's the extended hook range. Push forward from Anduin. I love that in ARAM.
Oh, we are engaging.
There is the Judgment. Root doesn't quite find it. Anduin is going to do the Alt-R. I love that move. That's my favorite move. And it looks like they're going to pick up their first kill on Tyrael. And Augur is going to get traded out.
So it's a 1-for-1.
Yep.
And
but Tyrael's going to come back first because he got a lot. He got a lot from that trade.
Yeah. So I think they got a bit too overzealous there, but they did end up trading. So
yeah, it gets them on the board. Maybe it gets them some momentum. That was quickly traded away, but maybe it's a psychological kill.
Yeah. We are going to see blue team do exactly nothing with this objective like they did earlier.
Hey, it's not nothing. It's giving Vala some. Well, it would give Vala some stacks if Vala was clicking on it.
She just needs to go auto it real quick.
It'll give Rhaegar some stacks there.
It will do that. You're right. It will do that.
It looks like blue team's going to pick up this fort, get them on their way to level 16. They're about halfway there, 15. 2/3 now. Tyrael getting really aggressive onto Vala for fun. See if that comes back to
So
haunt
hook
him.
does land. That
And
is
he
gorge.
does
This
get
is going
gorged.
to resort and
Now this is where
if the
Anduin,
root's out.
yeah, the stun from
Yeah.
Bala is going to do it. And he's going to get just a little bit of cooldown reduction on that. We'll see him again in 30 seconds. Look at those rubies on the ground for him.
So nothing is going to be up on the map right now, except for blue team's turret camp, which I
Yeah.
think red team is
And
either is.
Hogger does get
Excuse
killed
me.
by Junkrat. We just get caught that. I
Huh.
saw Junkrat getting a little low. I was kind of wondering what was going on, and it looks like
Sometimes you get a little bit too excited and you make decisions.
Junkrat is going to sneak out. Stitch is going to take some power shots, but everyone's going to be just fine. He's got a handful of healers to help him out.
And we do have 16s versus 15 at the moment. 15 and a quarter for you, Mr. Badger.
That's a generous quarter.
Okay, fine.
Now it's a
30%. That is, you and I need to figure out what a quarter is after this.
It's the 25-cent coin, right?
Yeah. So we do see the endless nades coming back in, along with dude, the auto attack
Bonk.
CDR.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
No, that
Herodric reforging.
Oh, I thought we were talking
Yeah,
about Deckard. I hear Herodric and I
No.
think Deckard. There's some lore for you. Deckard is gone for safety in numbers. I don't like that.
I will say though, I am a big fan of this pickup. The sizzling attacks.
Yeah.
Level
just keep
16s in
pressuring Stitches.
both sides now. Something probably one of the most standard Hogger builds I've ever seen.
Vanilla. A scoop of vanilla ice cream on white bread.
It's always nice sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
That Manicore's probably gonna put in some pressure on the Tyrael. And we are seeing Anduin thinking
talents.
about pivoting away from going
Talents.
double pull.
Yeah, you go for the Q build here. Oh, you do go for the Q build here. I think that's okay if you have Ancestral. And Hogger's going to take a bunch of damage from the Tychus here. He is going to go down.
Yep. It does look like blue team is current. Oh,
Grief
you know, Crispy is very upset by that tower. Honestly, we can report the tower later and come back to it.
It feels like Blizzard are kind of reporting the towers right now. They're certainly
you're right,
interested in changing the way they behave.
That is true. We do see Dahaka catching topside. They are currently winning the race to level 20s, up an entire level and a half right now. Both teams with all their ults up. Nothing really to fight over.
Yep.
Hook is down.
It's just fishing right now.
Yep. We might see a movement towards their fort camp here in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, looks like Dahaka's gonna do some work here. Red team's just gonna clear waves. All right, we were talking about the Q for Anduin.
Yep.
And how I think that's okay if you have Ancestral, but you kind of need the save tool.
I think the idea is that they are throwing all caution to the wind.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Bloodlust, all in, walk forward, do damage.
Yeah.
I get it. However, unironically, I still think I would have liked to see Hortipulse with that over the Shockwave. I think it would have been a little bit better.
Yep.
We do see red team stepping up. Infofox going to try to get a little bit of a cheeky channel bot side.
They've got a little bit
His
of time
positioning is very weird. He should... to be honest, he's in danger. He just doesn't know it. Red team is not aware of that.
Red team is either.
We do have red team's fort camp coming up soon. That's true. However, this objective is nothing, and they do have a Vala, so they can melt the objective very quickly. And Engage coming out. Level 20 is not locked in. Emitter down.
His heal. He gets to scoot back to Anduin with the Judgment, and Anduin goes down, and that's going to be level 20s over to Gen M.
I think I would have liked to see red team do a little bit more passive work there, working on the map, working towards 20, play the
They are gonna get the hook onto Deckard, and
this should turn into a kill.
Yeah. Oh, Fox comes in, and the rubies. I mean,
those
the rubies.
Rubies and
are
Fox.
Insane. Fox taking Seal of Eldruin at level 20, some more attack speed, some more aggression, some bob and weave from Tychus, so going to be clicking on more things.
Something I'd love to see, respect the elderly. That is a game-ending ult upgrade right there.
That's a scary one. Huge damage onto Xenochrist from must have been just the Protector.
So interesting thing here, actually, we do see the Apex Predator coming out from the Dahaka. Level 20's advantage currently.
Yeah, on a map that's known for its bushes.
You're right. And we are choosing to fight. If we get a pick here, I think blue team is looking to end the game off this objective.
Yeah, but like, the Judgment comes out onto Vala, but she gets pulled away. Hogger is going to be the only one left, and he's going to respect the elderly. Another hook onto Patience, but he's got a full health bar and a bunch of shields.
Tongue does land onto
Rhaegar,
oh, that is a
and
dead
he's just
Rhaegar.
going to be scooped. Hogger is going to hog his way back.
That is
Another
a
one
hook
onto
on Psycho.
and he's going to get
He's
gorged.
probably
This
dead out
is
of
going to
this.
be him going down. Well-timed light bomb.
Or
but the
not?
ball stun misses, and so it looks like Psycho's going to wiggle his way out. Shockwave comes out, but doesn't find a ton. Hogger goes down.
Hogger dies there.
It feels like the end is approaching. Crispy's hitting some hooks right now.
That is true.
That
However,
is true.
he can hit as many hooks as he wants, but that core is falling.
That core is falling. Gen M is clicking on it. Fox is hitting it. Scoots himself over to the other side where he's not going to be. Look, another tongue comes out just for good measure.
That is probably a dead
They're gonna
Anduin.
find the Anduin. And
This
that
is probably going to be
it.
GG.
Yeah. Pretty clean one.
Yeah.
That was a fun series.
That was a... Oh yeah, and we went to a best of 5.
Yeah.
That was exciting. We got to see a lot from both teams.
Honey Badger, by the way,
And-
level 21 to 19.
Yeah. Blue team's still with the advantage, by the way. Don't worry. We got you. Shame the Dahaka level 20. Damn
Yeah.
shame he took that level 20. Got no value that game.
Yeah. Didn't use it.
Yeah.
Also, I feel
Yeah.
like Contagion is kind of a free win into that. All right.
Yeah,
here's what stands out
probably.
to me
However,
in the stats
didn't
here
use it.
is going to be our feeder
Sure.
at the top of the screen right now. Infofox with 2 deaths, the only deaths on his team. But a pretty tight one from Gen M.
Yeah, that's true. Was this round 1? It looks like it was
This
round
was
one
round one,
of
yeah.
playoffs. So we
Just,
are going to see Gen M going into their round 2 against what looks to be Minion Miners.
Yeah, I think they're up against the Miners next. The Miners, known Cho'Gall players.
Okay, so they're excited to go into that matchup.
Who wouldn't? Oh, I mean, who doesn't love playing against Cho'Gall?
Shame all their CC missed that Junkrat Gorge. Honestly, yes. I don't. That's incredible that Junkrat actually walks away from the Gorge light bomb. I think Vala actually missed the Rain of Vengeance. They were probably panicking. It's so wild though that none of it landed on Psycho post pre 20. Post 21 pre. You know how it is. Very very wily, very wily.
That's exactly it.
And we have
Infofox
here. Yep.
Yep, that's me, whichever name you just gave me. Goku.
Talk to me about the vibes on Towers of Doom. So the second Towers of Doom game, not the first Towers of Doom game.
Oh, you mean the one where I was dancing?
Yeah.
No, he's
crack
talking about
out.
he's
dancing.
I thought you said
well,
the
you
first.
see, we
No, the second
Kinda.
Towers of Doom game.
Oh, okay.
So what happened that there were 2 Towers of Doom games in your guys' mind?
So there's been
Let's start there.
That was production. That was production.
some production.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was production.
I'm very excited to see this later. Agreed.
All right, well, let's start from the beginning, right? This
Okay.
was a 5-game set. It was Gen M 4th seed versus Start Slow Taper Off 5th seed. Very, very heated matchup on numbers alone, right? And
Charged.
we have you guys coming straight into Tomb of the Spider Queen. I can't remember who had first pick, but either way, you guys fired up with that Garrosh, Sagara Blaze, Brightwing Nazebo against whatever the hell they had with the Medivh, which was scary.
Yeah, we had the scaling versus the scrapping teams.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of. Until we abandoned that because we're like, this isn't working later in the series. But yeah, I haven't played the game in like 3-4 weeks at this point. Team
That's
really
sure.
hasn't played since then. Thank you, Goku. I appreciate that. I'm
I
glad
heard there were
my
allegations that your Garrosh was washed up, and I think you put those to bed.
Based on the fact that those allegations are my own, it was a change of skin, right? Going into that game, I felt pretty confident, and I was like, I picked Garrosh. You saw the red armored orc Garrosh, in game, you saw the Hefe Nexomania skin, because I was like, I've been washed up with this red skin.
Yeah,
Sometimes it
sometimes you
was a
just gotta
skin
change it
change.
up.
So
Speed
yeah,
Demon
so I
Lucio,
went to
not one I pull
my
out anymore.
well, that's understandable though. But yeah, so I went to my third loadout, and going into that game, felt pretty good. We had a game plan. Nazebo wasn't a lock until they picked the Medivh, and then we're like, okay, Nazebo wall into portals,
Yep.
and we saw how effective that was. Time and time again, the Maw on top of it, and then the portal or the shield does not protect against the damage over time caused by the toads. So didn't really save them. Couple rough patches there where we got a couple deaths, but for the most part, pretty good.
Couple rough patches. I mean, they got a double turn in on you off the bat.
And they didn't accomplish much with it.
The
They
second
didn't.
one, which did nothing. Well, the
The
first
second
one actually got quite a bit of value. I think it was a 3-man kill. Like they got 3 picks off that first turn, and
They did,
is the
but like
second one that didn't really
they didn't convert it to
accomplish
much
much.
structure damage as they should have. Which is part of like if either of our DPS are alive, the Zag or Nasibo in that game, they clear the wave pretty well. So it wasn't the end of the world. Like it sucked, but we were just like, yeah, we just have to hit 16. Who really cares at the moment? Is how we dealt with it. And that's kind of what we saw is like we held until 16, then we got 2 turn-ins in a row, and then I think we got the 3rd turn-in in a row right after that.
I think that was
Or they
when
got
you
turn
hit
in, then we
20
third
and
turn in
had
and boss. Yeah.
boss turn 20 advantage. But there seemed to be, and both teams did this at some points. There seemed to be some clicking on the core issues in game 1. You get it down to 39%, things aren't
And you just walk
jiving, you're
away.
not ending the game. What's going on?
So I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if any of us realized the core got down to 39% in game 1. I don't think any of us were looking at the core going, "Oh, we're gonna end here."
So you guys
Okay,
were hitting the
production
core.
didn't tell me
Because
either.
when we got to mid keep,
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, the core's at 39%." Oh man. And nobody called the core, so I don't know if any of us realized that the core had taken any damage at that point in time. So yeah, that's why we didn't end there, because none of us realized.
Fair enough.
But I mean, no, we took the safe play because it felt like the safe play.
That's a good point. What happened in game number 2? Garden of Terror. You guys go into that. You let a Zeratul through. It kind of runs all over you in the late game. What was going on there? What led to that? Because you guys had a lot of momentum coming out of game 1.
Sure as hell, we're not expecting the Zeratul is what happened there. So that was a surprise. Good on them. It was a very good pick. And our backline wasn't very good into Zeratul, and our front line's not good at protecting the backline into Zeratul. So we had to play grouped, but then they have the Stukov and Tassadar, so grouping's real bad too. So that's basically what happened there. Is our backline just would get shredded by it. Our front line couldn't do anything about it. We didn't have any good lockdown for Zeratul, and that's why you see us in a couple of the other games just ban the Zeratul, because we're like, we can't do anything about this.
I do have to ask about this. Why did we see Falling Sword that game?
Because Anubarak Stukov's really fucking strong for CC. What does Blessed Shield there do? It's too slow to hit the Zeratul. Right? So then you're hitting an Anubarak, and that kind of accomplishes nothing. So it's more protection against their CC, which is we either deal with their CC or we deal with Zeratul. Well, we don't deal with Zeratul ever, so we have to try to go for this CC.
Yeah. I had some
Johanna
doubts about
just
it
wasn't
early.
the pick that.
I really liked
Johanna
it later.
just wasn't the pick that game.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how HOTS goes. There's not enough defensive tanks in the game, unfortunately, so you're kind of stuck with whatever you're given.
So games 1 and 2, you got fisted by a Stukov. So we go into game 3, and we're saying, all right, it's the second game on Towers of Doom. They've got to get rid of the Stukov. We don't get rid of Stukov.
Yeah, the Stukov coming through kind of threw us and a few people and one person in chat just threw us for a loop.
Towers of Doom was a game. We had like 6 different draft ideas going on. We had a plan. We just didn't even kind of execute on the plan because our draft was just so bad. I mean, like, it really comes down to there was no chance in that game because our draft sucked. It just like, what do we do? There was also, like I said, we haven't practiced in a while, so like that early death on Majesty there, for example, was one of the many like times different people got caught out. Like Majesty E'd in at level 1,
Mhm.
but he E'd in alone. I'm a Stitches. I'm not going in. I'm not walking forward.
Yep.
So it was like there was that miscommunication of just A, not playing in so long together, or really some people at all. And our draft just sucked.
I won't
The
disagree with you there.
Tychus ban wasn't supposed to be Tychus either. I forget what it was supposed to be, but it wasn't any of the heroes they picked. But I mean, no, it was just it was a bad draft from start to finish. That's why you saw me dancing, because in game I was like, guys, there's no point playing this game.
You're like, we
just
have
need
more
to focus
games.
on the
It's not
future
the end of the
games.
series.
Yeah, I was like, we just need to focus on the future games because this is awful.
Yep.
This sucks. This is horrific. And they were like, oh, we just need to, the last objective, they're like, we just need to stall 2. I'm like, we're not stalling 2. And then there happened to be more people in that bush anyway, so I died after, like, in the bot bush, so I died, which didn't help either. But it's like, there was no winning that game.
Mhm.
Even with 6 team wipes on them, I don't think we ever, like, win that game by the end of it.
So you picked up and you went into game 4, and we saw Stukov again from the other team. But it looks like you guys had a plan for it this time.
We did. We had 2 different plans, actually. Like I said, on Towers of Doom, we were just strategizing and like going through draft orders and draft picks and bans. So we had a plan. It's like, what it goes back to what I said earlier. Defensive tanks and HOTS don't exist except for Johanna. They just are awful. They suck. Like May's the only other somewhat defensive tank. It's just not a good style to play. Stukov's not very good when you dive on him.
Mm-hmm.
So we were either going, oh, we'll get the Stukov or the Junkrat. We'll let the other through, and we're like, okay, if they take a Nubarak Stukov, here's our plan. If they take, and I mean that's kind of what we ended at, because that's what we expected. Then they took Stukov to Haka, and we're like, oh, well, we'll just take the Anubarak. And they took their offlaner, so we now get the offlane matchup on this map. So that's when we take the Hogger. And it just kind of went from there. It's like, well, now that we have the Anubarak, we can, and they have 2 squishy backlines with the Stukov Tassadar, we can dive those heroes. Cocoon the Uther, Maiev doesn't matter, and we just kill the Tassadar or Stukov every single time. And once we got levels, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, the beginning was a little bit slow. At one point, it was 3 kills to 8, and by the end of the game, it was 11 kills to 8. They hadn't touched you in a while, and things just came online.
Yeah, we definitely had our feeding going on tonight. But
yeah, I noticed that in the
didn't
in the
matter.
last
We
game,
got there in the end.
those Cheerial deaths.
Hey, trait value. I got 3 people on the first one.
You did. You did. What did you think when you saw Anduin picked in the last game?
So it was strange. We were like, what the? And then they typed in chat, and unfortunately, like, I feel bad. In a scrim, obviously, we would have let it redraft, but the Anduin pick was a misclick from them. So I do feel really, like, that does suck. Like, I'm not going to lie. That's
rough.
Real bad, but if it wasn't an NGS match, like I said, I'd allow it. It's just when it becomes that official competitive thing, it's kind of different on that front.
Yeah, it's tough.
So no, it was. It definitely allowed like the Tyrael. I was able to go into the auto attack build because I wasn't under a lot of damage threat. I didn't need to go more of a defensive tank. I was able to go into that auto attack, like self-sustain kind of build, just to help the Deckard out on that back end. And I feel like that definitely kind of set the tempo of the map, as they just were lacking the pieces that they would otherwise need. Like, don't get me wrong, I think their draft is functional, and I think it does work.
Yeah.
It just has to be played very specifically. Like, Rhaegar is no longer in the 4-man ever. It is a off-lane Rhaegar.
I was wondering if they were going to do that. If they were just going to throw Rhaegar to the off lane.
I feel like they should have, and just had Hogger doing camps or in the 4-man. I think that just is the damage and stun that they need to actually get the kills. So otherwise, they don't have CC for the hook. So, yeah, no, I mean, it does suck, but I think I think their draft was still playable,
Mhm.
just not ideal.
Yeah. And that means semifinals against Minion Miners.
Yeah,
You sound excited? Tell me about them.
I love the Minion Miners and their absolute fantastic draft styles, and yay! I don't hate them at all, and I can't believe we get to play them next. All my good friends. Yay.
Oh, you'll have a great time. You'll get to have some fun with their picks, have some fun back at them with your own. Maybe some Kel'Thuzon.
We have a little bit of a plan this time.
Oh.
Which that was very important because last time we did not have a plan, but now we do.
You should definitely share that plan.
Did ChatGPT
right
come up with your plan?
Hey, the funny thing is, I don't remember what the plan was, but we have a plan.
Okay, that's exciting.
And I hope my team remembers because, but you know, after our games, we were like, yeah, we got to figure something out, and I think we had an idea, so we'll have to brainstorm to figure out said idea.
Nice. Goku, anything else? You got anything else?
I think we're gonna be here all night if we don't wrap it up. So
we're yappers, and I know Fox hasn't eaten dinner, and I haven't eaten dinner.
Do you have any shout-outs or extra things to say, Fox?
Wait, you don't want to talk to me anymore, Goku?
No, not at all. Shout-outs?
Oh. Okay, fine. Wow. Jeez, be that way. Shout out to NGS. As always, I mean, they still put on the tournament as a whole. Shout out to you guys for casting, Greek for not knowing what time it was, nor what his own channel was.
And it was a whole downhill from there.
Yeah, it was
Goku
lovely.
for getting just dropped into this call to join Greek not wanting to cast at all. So that was great. Much appreciated to you both. Appreciated start slow and taper off, you know. Those were great games overall. I didn't love how they went because, you know, I would have loved to win 3-0, but here we are. I'm sorry that they got the wrong pick, and shout out to my team for carrying my ass tonight.
GG's. Right. They were some fun ones.
That's it. They were some games for sure. Thanks for the cast.
I'd say see you next time, but I don't think they're going to invite me back after this.
Oh, we're inviting you every time. Don't you worry. You're in every time, Greek.
Thank you to everyone who put up with this. We'll see you next time.